Welcome back, everyone. My name is Mr. Twitchy, for those of you who are new or those of you that are returning and have forgotten. The reason why I say forgotten is because yesterday was the first content that I produced on this individual channel in over 10 months. So yesterday I read chapters 1092 to 1102, and then today I'll be reading chapters 1103 all the way till 1112. I do expect, or at least hope, that Vante and my boy Sherm can both join me later today. But with that being said, let's do a quick recap of the last set of chapters that I read. Oh my goodness. Kuma backstory. No, that's not a debated title. You will see me sob on camera. That was an ugly cry type of situation. It was a great experience, though. I'm glad I got that reaction on camera because Kuma deserves it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction enough to where you think you deserved it. Let's see. Saturn is on the battlefield in a weird spider demon form. We have Kizaru, who's down for the count temporarily because Luffy punched his head so hard he saw stars, literal stars. Bonnie had a sapphire scale disease that only Dr. Vegapunk could fix. And that's why Kuma decided to give up his life for his non-biological daughter. His daughter, nevertheless, but not his biological daughter. And he was the dad that indeed stepped up. So, perfect way to kind of encapsulate him as a character. He's been in the background doing so many different things. He's been doing stuff for Dragon, doing stuff for Luffy, doing stuff for Bonnie, doing stuff for Dr. Vegapunk. And his Buccaneer blood, which has giant essence in it, is allowing him to grow as big as he did. And I think it also has... We'll talk about it tomorrow. So tomorrow around 8 p.m. EST, again, I will be going live with the last set of chapter reactions, so 1113 to 1122. And I did hear that this first chapter is a pretty great one. So that being said, I'm noticing this little smudge in my glasses. Let me fix this and then I'll get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the first chapter of today. It's going to be 1103. We're starting off with another double color spread. Oh, Wano. And Frankie's got the dragon hair accessory. That's actually probably the coolest his hair has ever looked. Yamato eating meat. Jinbei sauced up on top of Momo the dragon. Sanji cooking up the meat. Chopper down in front with Luffy. Usopp, Zoro kind of singing along, drinking, eating. Brook playing a melody. And then Robin and Nami just having a grand old time. Okay, so 1103, I'm sorry, Daddy. Bonnie, did you see everything? I did. Well, drat, I've broken my promise to Kuma. Pat. Tick, tick. Oh? Aw, she's the little... This is her actual form, I think, at this point. This is how old she would be in this particular height. Oh? I'm sorry, Vegapunk. What is it? This is a present for your 10th birthday. Kuma left it with me. From Daddy? Yay! What a beautiful sapphire. This necklace is shaped like the sun. I'll treasure it forever. That is beautiful. And you also got like the sun radiating from behind it. Our actual sun, not just what it looks like on this necklace. He said it would be a good luck charm for you, but indeed, 2 years ago, who could have imagined that boy turning into this? So Strawhat is the son of Daddy's friend? Yep. I was shocked when I saw the two of you show up together. Fate is such a strange thing sometimes. While you were in this room, a number of dangerous things have happened on Egghead. The Strawhat crew just saved my life minutes ago, in fact. I'll tell you everything. Let's go back and meet up with them when things have calmed down. I'm sorry, Bonnie. In the end, I'm nothing more than a hired scientist. No, it's not your fault. It's all him. He's still holding on to her. Present moment, Egghead, New World. Jewelry, Bonnie, the pirate, your father Kuma is dead. Technically, I don't think so. The reason why I say that, and I was thinking about this on the drive home, since I have about an hour commute to my work every day, is that if he had truly died, wouldn't his devil fruit have gone on in the reincarnation cycle to someone else? So the fact that he still has his pawpaw fruit powers seems to imply that he's still in there. And that's without seeing what happened in yesterday's reaction when he was going up against a Kainu, and then he flew away to what we assume to be Egghead. Damn it, why can't I move? Herg! Bonnie! Food. Someone give me food. Meat. I want to, but I can't move. Oh, he's probably got spider silk that's unseeable to the eye. That's probably it. We've captured Vegapunk's bodyguard. Sent tomorrow. Sent tomorrow? Ani? What's the situation? We don't know. Commodores and below can't go in. A brand new Emperor of the Sea holed up on the island? I suppose it's too much to hope no one dies. They say it's a bigger siege than at O'Hara. Is Dr. Vegapunk going to be all right? If Kuma is running off of some fragment of his true instincts, where do you think he'll go, Eva? If it were me, I'd charge Mary Joie without a second thought. But Kuma's different. I think he'll... If I'm going to die anyway, I might as well take you down with me. Distorted future. Nika future. Thunk. Again, I'm getting weaker. Why? Ah! I see. You're his daughter, eh? And you know that name, but you don't know what it is. She doesn't seem to have made the connection between Nika and Strawhat's white-colored form. Such a shame. Chomp, chomp. They're literally feeding him? Who's doing that? Is that Luffy? I think so. Hey, who gave him food? Put Seastone Prism cuffs on him at once. Huh? Seize him now. I can't use my age-changing powers on the old guy. How come? He's probably... And this is another theory that I had in the past, is that the Gorosei and Emu have all had the eternal life surgery done on them. At some point, they either forced the Opi Opi no Mi, or they persuaded them to use this technique on him. So she trying to age him up or down really doesn't matter because his life is endless. If anything, I would say you should not age him down so that way he would get more peak physical powers. But moving on. I gave you that power, Bonnie. Huh? It was an experiment to see if an infant incapable of eating solid fruit could be given powers with an extract. It was success. An extract? What do you mean, you mad scientist? It was successful, but the fruit itself was worthless. Its powers might allow you to transform into any future, but the more you know of reality, the narrower your future possibilities become. You want to believe in Nika, don't you? Nika is real. Ever since the day my father became a cyborg that obeys your orders, I've been searching for Nika, hoping that he'll be able to free Daddy. Kuma's flying in. And your current weakness is evidence that you've begun to think he's not real. Your father believed in the idiotic legend of the Buccaneers as well. He said to me, I want to save people like Nika does. Years later, I performed a chemical experiment, you bitch, on your mother, who was the 8th wife of a fellow in the Holy Land. It was a failure. Those blue blemishes showed up again. Again? Wait, how many times have you done this? But although it didn't have the desired result, I found it quite curious that the same effect was passed down to her daughter. Huh? Ah! What just crashed onto the island? You did all of that? You did that as an experiment, Saturn? Those sapphire scales tore Kuma's family apart. He gave up his life to stop them. And you had the gall to offer him a deal as though you were doing him a favor? Put yourself in my shoes. Would you bother yourself with the feelings of insects? It is impossible. She shivers. I'm shivering. This is cold-blooded, man. Kuma flies in. Wobble. Huh? A pacifista? No, he's got pads on his hands. Former warlord of the sea, Bartholomew Kuma, has appeared on the southwest shore of Egghead. He's proceeding towards the center of the island. The authority chip isn't working on him. He just won't stop. Yeah, probably because Akainu just blasted away half of his brain. The chip's melted. Long gone. What nonsense is this? Kuma couldn't possibly be here. I can't. I'm too afraid. Kuma? But why? Stop him. Shoot if you must. Yes, sir. I can't even speak. Hey, Daddy. I think my spirit... All right, he's getting shot. Is breaking down. Fire. Give him every shot you have. Maybe it'll be easier if I just die. The full circle tearjerker line. I'm sorry, Daddy. He keeps running. Enough of this squalling, you obnoxious brat. What? Oh, he is crushing her. Shoot him through the head. Beep, 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 beep. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sorry, Daddy. Oh, she gets thrown to the ground. After all you did for me. He protected her with his back. Daddy. Jesus. It's Bartholomew Kuma. Grabs the spider edge. Oh, he's gonna go punch it? Or he's just holding that? Oh. That looks like it might be armament hockey on his fist. That or that, it's like the... It might be like the metal underneath, but to me that looks like armament hockey. But I do see in this 5th to last panel that the stinger did draw blood. So my guess is that Saturn is probably poisonous with this spider form. So I don't think Kuma's surviving this either way, but he's definitely not surviving it after looking at that. The Pepe punch meme. That's good. Yep. All right, so straightforward chapter. Pretty good continuation from what I previously saw. Saturn, chump. But we already knew that. And I wonder if, another thought that I had is that Saturn says he didn't make or Bonnie didn't make the connection between Nika and Luffy's sun form or Gear 5. And I'm wondering if he gets somewhat of a power up if people believe in him more. That would be the perfect shonen power up, especially when he keeps, getting back up from the dead in his deathly or old man form whenever he gets out of Gear 5. So I could see there being a somewhat of a rallying effect within the actual resonance of all of their hearts with the man trying to save them. And that's why Nika was so powerful, is because the Buccaneer people and all the slaves of the world, they believed that he would save them. And because he was emboldened or powered up by that faith, he was able to become the sun god, the warrior, the one who was the freer of chains. I feel like I'm talking about Danny from Game of Thrones. But all right, let's get into the next chapter, chapter 1104. I'm going to take a quick swig of water and I'll be right back. Okay, and as the pattern continues, when I go off camera for just a sec, that's when I get another viewer. So welcome, everyone. All right, chapter 1104. Thank you, Daddy. A reader request Sanji delivering a dessert to a newly engaged rat couple at a restaurant. Aw, I hope that's the same rat that he saved or had as a child. Probably not, since that's adult Sanji form, but this is a cover page, so you never know. The Buccaneer Boy. Your only options are slavery or death. Your mother's dead, son, but I think she's better off that way. I'm so happy. I'm sorry, Kumachi. I'm dying. It won't be long now. His whole life is flashing before his eyes. Bonnie's crying. Why is this happening, Vegapunk? He should be dead. A few days after the Revolutionary Army took Kuma away, I pressed his self-destruct switch. All my homies hate him. All my homies hate Saturn. Oh my god, his face is so close in this panel. I'm gonna punch you way back here. Huh? Oh, this double spread. Oh. This reminds me of the Luffy versus Charu's Celestial Dragon Punch. He did draw blood. I do think it's kind of pointless because I think he can heal himself or has some magic powers. But oh yeah, he was staring down that punch. I don't think that did much of anything. And this is a very gritty style for Oda. It almost looks like a rough draft, and I don't think that it is. I think he's doing this art style on purpose, but it looks very grungy. All right, back to the single page read. All right, falls down. Saint Saturn! Crash, crash, kashunk, kabam! Thump. Buildings are falling down on top of him. Look at the town! What is this? What's happening? Did Kuma do this? He punched out one of the 5 elders. Ding, 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 we have a winner. The very highest authority in the world, wheeze. Rescue Saint Saturn at once. He's trapped under the buildings. Boy, you're about to die. Do not try to save him. You're not allowed to look at him. A slave just punched the man at the pinnacle of the world. Wheeze, as he goes down to one knee. This is a historical atrocity. Okay, so this is probably the event that we were anticipating, and I did put that in the description of this live stream. So that is significant. It's very similar to Luffy punching Charles, so it's just a throwback. It's nothing too groundbreaking just yet, but I don't think Egghead's over because I got another 18 chapters to read at least. Finally, I can move again. Bonnie, are you hurt? Now's our chance. Take Bonnie and let's move on up. Escape is our only goal. What happened? I did not attach any self-destruct switch. I knew that if I helped turn you into a bomb, they would inevitably use you as a suicide weapon, but I upheld their conditions in the end. I attached a total shutdown switch to you, and now that it's been thrown, you should be in a total vegetative state without the ability to act on your own free will or even carry out orders. He's doing this on primal instinct. You ever heard of mom strength? Like a mom can lift a car off of a baby. I know that analogy is way overused, but truthfully, his love for his daughter, unparalleled. There is no reason, we're not talking about reason, he should have sprung into motion, and no logical scientific basis for his arrival at this island where Bonnie is. So, is it true then? Is it not the physical strength of the Buccaneers that makes them remarkable? For at one point in time, it's over. Kuma. Where's Strawhat? He disappeared before we could apprehend him. I don't want to make that report. Thank you, Daddy. Oh, is she trying to reverse his age? I saw all of your memories. Mommy was such a wonderful person. And you wrote me all those letters. After all, I was so happy to find out. Everyone calls you a tyrant, but I know my daddy is the kindest and most wonderful man in the entire world. Hug. And I'll never, ever forget it. Ah! Saint Saturn! Kashunk. Oh! Kuma's head pops up. Vegapunk. How do you explain all this? Was it your doing? Alright, well, at least one of the horns were chopped off or broke. Well, I suppose it must look that way. I could call it the power of love if it makes you feel any better. Oh, I love that ain't shit response. Like, it is the truth, and I had just talked about it, so it's not, outside of the interpretive realm of possibility, let's just say. I see. Then it is a flaw in the human form. An error in the programming? You don't say that without, implications. Farewell, I have no more use for you men. What the hell is he doing? Hey, how come his body is regenerating? Look out, Daddy! Move out the way! Don't do anything to break Bonnie's heart, Spider Gramps. We owe Kuma a great debt too. Radical. And it's true. You've developed very well. Beam! Oh, shot it. Blew his back out. Pause. Kizaru's coming up. So show me how you've grown. Frankie! Blah. Yes. All right, another double spread. Daddy's not moving, Dr. Vegapunk. Can you carry him to the Labo phase, Atlas? Yeah, I got this. Now that even Kuma's in the scene, I'd say we've got an abundance of players, wouldn't you? Let's finally end this. Can't take the pressure? You're a sad man, Kizaru. Yes, I'm a miserable sight. I should have brought darker shades. The Buster Call has been activated. This island has been declared a threat to the world government. Okay, this is the event. All warships prepare for bombardment. Burn it to the ground in the name of justice. Those who study the secrets of the world, those who possess the blood of a lost people, those who have awakened an ancient god. This island is full of inconvenient people who must be eradicated. What's the matter, Saturn? I thought they were insects, but now you're calling them people. Bum. I hate him. I hate him so much. All right, I don't see any reason to delay. I don't see any new posts in the chat. So more water and get back to it. All right, chapter 1105, The Height of Folly. Reader requests carrot cooking a stew and preferably taste testing it. By Oda Mania's brother? I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. What you mean by that? All ships prepare to fire. Hurry! All sailors leave the island. Retreat to your ships. What's happening in the center? No idea, just follow orders. Saint Saturn, Admiral Borsellino, hurry to the ship. Whoa, he's standing on business. Kizaru and I will remain on the island. Begin the bombardment when the ships are ready. Huh? But go. Yes, sir. I thought my life was the only thing you wanted, Saint Saturn. Egghead is packed with the fruits of the latest research in every conceivable field. Destroy it, and you'll set the state of scientific progress back 100 years? How convenient. The lost century, you say. Call off the Buster Call. Oh, yeah, and we had that suit of armor starting to power up, so we'll see how that goes. Please, Kizaru, are you still hiding something? Perhaps something troublesome to the world's government? We do not need progress. It's for the sake of humanity. I did forget to mention that I've ordered a strike against the ship that escaped this island yesterday. What? After all, it's possible that someone on board knew something about the Void Century. I sent battleships after it to ensure there will be no survivors. How could you do such a thing? They know nothing. They've committed no crimes. You caused this to happen to them, Vegapunk. You broke the law, just as they did at Ohara. You could not overcome your lust for knowledge, and so you had to go digging up the past. I hope Vegapunk pops in that suit of armor just like Frankie does, because we need a rock'em sock'em robots type of fight here. Pacifistas are in standby mode on the island. All other sailors, get to the ships. Ship 54, all green. Ship 21, all green. We? Hurry, get in the vacuum rocket while Vegapunk is distracting those guys. We'll meet up at the back entrance of the Labo phase. Got it. Sanji, what about Vegapunk? Don't worry, Bonnie. I'll bring him back. Come in, Nami. This is me. What's the situation? We're already at the back door. What's all the noise down there? All right, another double spread, I think. Yep. These double spreads are, dare I say, underwhelming. Sometimes I can barely tell that they're double spreads. It's not like we get an entire double spread on an entire page for one panel. I guess that's just Oda's style, but man, I just really need a full squad shot or just like a full bout or clash between two characters. A Buster Call? Yeah, the island's done for. What about Luffy? He's with you, right? Not in my line of sight at the moment, but he's fine. Focus on yourselves. Zoro's still being held up by Lucci, so Jinbei went to put a stop to that. I've been watching my boys Townsy's live streams for One Piece. He said, you got bitch slapped by a Yonko, so you went after the two, and now that he's getting held back by the two, we might go to Jinbei. Jinbei's like third or fourth on the crew. I don't like power scaling, but I mean, like bounty wise, I think. Anyway, and keep him from getting lost. You can lie back down, Robin. Stella, I'm so worried. After they moved the Sunny, Luffy, Frankie, and Bonnie went down towards you. So Brooke went to help Lilith, who got left behind. How many times are we going to have to deal with Buster calls? Let's get out of here. Hurry up, people. The problem is the escape plan where the Vega Force 1 takes us from here to the shore isn't going to work anymore. Kizaru ruined it when he destroyed the robot. What? You see, in my hands, moving a ship across land is but a piece of cake. Yo! Very nice work, Bones. We'll be back at the rear entrance in no time. Slop. And I think this is also another double spread. I just kept it on that. This looks weird. Who would have thought of turning island clouds to ice for a runway? Brilliant idea and execution. Yo! A compliment from the world's greatest genius? That'll make anyone blush. So how do you stop it at the end? Oh, I hadn't thought that far ahead. Then we're gonna slide right off. The whack. What's your play then, genius? What do you think it should be, Lilith? The lava phase above the clouds is still behind its barrier. Dun 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 dun. Fire cannons! Begin bombardment. Destroy the central factory in Future City. Oh, I'm not on board yet. Careful of the pacifistas. All right, finally back to the double or single page read, I should say. All right, pacifistas, blowing stuff up. Egghead. Yeah, his life's work is crumbling before him. This is Fabrio phase. Next step, Labo phase. Here we go. Vacuum rocket. Whoa, what is this? It's so fast. Estimated travel time. Whoa, 32 seconds. Ama no Murakumo sword. Chops it in two. Did he chop someone's legs off? Maybe? Atlas? I can't quite tell at the very top of that panel if someone got hurt. Ah! Oh, damn it, Kizaru. Hang on, Bonnie. I'll save you. Pacifistas. Shoot down Bonnie and Kuma. I think this is another double spread. It's just exquisite. The daughter he gave his life to save, killed by his own clone. Daddy! Okay, that is a hell of a panel, though. Hug. A fitting end for the insect she is. It is the height of folly. When I heard you'd become a pirate, Bonnie, there was one awful possibility that flashed through my mind. That the Navy might order the pacifistas taking your father's form to shoot his own daughter without realizing the irony of it. Hey, that's Strawhat, right? Can't eat anymore, can't move. Capture him, he's one of the 4 emperors. We failed to destroy this escaped ship. Must report back to Kizaru. Tell him they went to Egghead. No, Shanks was going to Elbaf. Who's going to Egghead? Is it Cross Guild? Maybe? I think so. I think it might be Cross Guild because that ship's in the water, cutting pieces. I wonder who does that. My guess is Mihawk. Jokes aside. All right, so we are just still continuing this little movement on the map phase of the arc. It's okay. Um, Definitely the meat and potatoes of this arc was the Kuma backstory so far. And even the stuff beforehand was pretty cool. It wasn't anything revolutionary, and no, that wasn't a pun. That was just a happy coincidence. Oda just needed another reason for Robin to be taken out of a fight. Unfortunately, because she never fights. I thought Kizaru was going to be down for a little bit, or did he finally recover? I don't know. Maybe it's just there was a way for Saturn to share his regeneration, perhaps. But it seems like he got up just a little bit too fast. I understand he's an admiral, but to me, he should have just been down for a little while longer. That or the revolutionaries, maybe? Because I do see some like smoke coming off the background, so I could definitely see Sabo intercepting the Marines before they could kill the civilians. And that was also probably significant because if I do remember, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that was the underling scientists that were working at Egghead that Dr. Vegapunk asked to leave the island before things got crazy. Again, I could be wrong because it's been a long time since I've read that chapter. But all right, another drink of water, and then I am on to the next one. I see those eyeballs, Vontae. I don't know what you did eyeballs to, but I see them. Okay, chapter 1106, On Your Side. Reader request Robin giving a crocodile a cute outfit. It's actually a great one. I love that one. He's so confident. Look at them going at it, just like the paper said. All right, this is definitely the ship. I don't think it's Garp. No, because Garp was captured. Could it be Blackbeard that's coming? I suppose they were going to Egghead. The timeline is a little weird, but... Okay, ba-boom. Huh? He just digested all that food? Feels like I'm next. Is he not human? Whoa, watch out. Cough, cough. Look out, we're getting surrounded by flames. We can't stay on this island any longer. I know he's an emperor, but on the count of 3, we'll all put the sea prism stone's cuffs on him together. 1, 2, get on the ships. Egghead is done for. Turn it into a sea of fire from the shore inward. Kuma, Bonnie, come in, Atlas. Shoot that foolish family once and for all. Atlas, tell Bonnie. Bonnie, I'm coming. I'll do it, Stella. Tells her something. Don't shoot us, Daddy. Help us escape this island. They've got his DNA, so they've got his soul. I love this. Did you hear a voice? Through all the explosions? Couldn't have. Huh? Boom, 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 boom. Why are they turning this way? We want to talk about double spreads. We almost got it. Although I do love this paneling. You have 3, 3, and then a elongated one on the bottom. This is a fire double spread. It's not quite the double spread I want, but it's better than his last few. Yeah, the pacifistas have gone haywire. I guess another double spread. That paneling is different. The one worry in the back of my mind was seeing Bonnie killed by the father she loved. If you were to harm the daughter you love so much, Kuma, it would be a tragedy beyond compare. Therefore, I inserted a directive into each unit made to look like Kuma, so that even if the highest authority in the world should command it, even if the entire world should be your enemy, understand this, Bonnie. Kuma will always be on your side. This is just a selfish wish of mine, and it means lots of death flags for Dr. Appleman. And God, if we got this pacifista army on our side, stop it. Especially if Bonnie joins the crew. But I'm sure this was, I'm going to have a quick little side point. I'm sure this was a bit of a controversial topic or chapter when it dropped initially, because it was drilled into us from very early on in this arc that there is a hierarchy, specifically the Gorosei, Dr. Vegapunk, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And for him to do this definitely makes sense after we saw the backstory for Kuma, because Dr. Vegapunk felt so much emotion for what Kuma was doing to protect his loved one. And without that love, we would never be in this position. Much like if Kuma didn't do anything that he did for Luffy, Luffy wouldn't be in this position to thereby save him with the help of Bonnie. So I'm going to turn the page, but I have a suspicion that either... do I think that these Kumas will self-destruct? Maybe? But we'll see. That, or I was thinking that Dr. Vegapunk might actually die because of this, but we'll see. You! I know what comes next. It is obvious that there will be consequences. Vegapunk! For my willful actions. No, Vegapunk! Thud. Eliminate them, Kizaru. Now! Yeah! Frankie, Atlas. Can't really tell. I think it's Kuma, maybe? I'll cut you both in two. Don't worry, Bonnie. It won't hurt. Kizaru. Yeah. He gets punched into the dirt. Strawhat, where? Full tummy, full power. I'm having fun now. Let's get all wavy and wiggly, guys. Yeah, whoa. Oh, are you all right? Does the island seem like it's shaking? Who cares about that? Stop the pacifistas. Yeah, just like the way this... Okay. We're just getting another Nika through the air silhouette, and she sees it this time. Vegapunk, come with us. They'll kill you. Creak. This rhythm. Nika? That's right. He's my idol. Okay, so I might have called the heartbeat or the drums of liberation powering the giant. That's cool. He appears from the blue with laughter and this rhythm. Doom-da-dum-dum, doom-da-dum-dum. So you didn't realize it, Bonnie. I couldn't be sure until I saw it for myself. The very same Straw Hat Luffy that Kuma had his eye on was Nika, the sun god. Yeah. Huh? Kuma was right. The Buster Call is futile. For centuries, people all over the world have been waiting for him. Northeast coast of Egghead? We're off the northeast coast. There's an enormous ship headed our way. That's definitely them, all right. I thought they fell apart over 100 years ago, though. Should we stop? But why are they here? Nah, charge it right on through. Dory! Brocky! Yes! So Shanks is here, or at least those two are here. That's sick. Well, here they come. Blast it. Why are there giants here? Why? They asked Dory. When all that happens in the world is inevitable, Brocky. We're here for you, Strawhat. A new state of emergency. The giant pirates have arrived. Okay, so we're definitely heading to Elbath soon. Or should it be Sun God? All right, it is a fantastic chapter. Love the pull-up. Love the artwork. Double spreads, kind of, almost to end the chapter, similar to Undead Unluck. I will say the paneling is better in Undead Unluck, but Oda did his damn thing in this one. And I haven't really been rating these chapters, guys. I'm just trying to enjoy the experience that it is reading these live. So I'll probably go back. I like to kind of take some time to digest chapters anyway, and just kind of take into account an entirety of an arc and what it means for the story as a whole, rather than just giving a immediate, this is a blank out of 10. I will do that from time to time, but I feel like that somewhat does it a disservice unless you only have one chapter to read. But since I have 10 of them to read, I don't feel like it's as important. Shout out Dr. Vegapunk. He saved them and he knew what he was doing. And this was the final sacrifice. His brain might live on through like Atlas and the other satellites, but the main Dr. Vegapunk that we know and love is now, he's at the end of his life. All right, let's see if there's anything else in the chat. Sharm, what's up? Yeah, next panel, you know me, Vontae. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Vegapunk is a changed man. It's not just, oh, I'm a scientist. I'm going to just help the government to increase my knowledge forevermore. Like, he has developed, ironically, kind of a heart of gold from nothing. Not to say he was not empathetic to start his life, but I feel like his interactions in his life, especially since he met Dragon, has changed who he is as a person. Yeah, fantastic chapter, though. Welcome back, Broggy. Welcome back, Dory. All right, let me get a quick swig of water. Then it's 11:07 next. All right, 11:07. I've been looking for you. Reader request: Beppo pouting after finding Law napping with a snow leopard. Bruh. I just cannot. Oimo Kashi. Giant Pirates Captain Broggy the Red Ogre. Giant Pirates Captain Dory the Blue Ogre. Da-dum. Fan out with your soldiers and destroy the enemy ships. Watch out for their cannons. Where have they been all these years? It's the legendary giant pirates, just as we once knew them. Leading them into battle are Broggy and the Red Ogre. All right, I think this is another double spread. Yes, it is. Woo, we got all the giants. Oh, that's why they said Oimo and Kashi, the two from Water 7. You're on, captains. Ooh, ba 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 ba. Let's get them, boys. Rah! And Dory the Blue Ogre. Oh, Broggy the Red Ogre and Dory the Blue Ogre. Sorry, I wasn't initially reading that as a single page. I love the way this flows, though. you can see perspective-wise that the giants, even though they are of a similar stature, that they are smaller the farther away that they are. The way that motion is introduced into Oda's panels is exquisite and will remain one of his best features. I will never argue that or complain about that. Their one-time comrades are with them too. What are they all doing here now? The giant pirates have made landfall. Hurry, drive off the giants. Masters! Usopp sees them. What are they doing here? Master Bragi, Master Dory, Oimo and Kashi are here too. They must have gone to get the captains at Little Garden. Oimo, Kashi! I'm glad they did. I was afraid that we all go all the way to Elbaf and not get to see them. A giant pirates refresher. Oh my god, it has been that long. We need a refresher. Long ago, the world trembled in the fear of a giant pirate crew until a 100-year-long fight between their two captains, Dory and Bragi, broke them apart. Luffy's crew happened across their duel, and on a different island, they met and befriended their subordinates, Oimo and Kashi, who were trying to check on their captains. They're clearly attacking the Navy ships. I can't believe they know you. I guess they must have found out about this and came to help. Huh? How? It's a government attack. Of course it'll be in the news by the next day, though I'm sure they're reporting it in a way that suits them. You mean this is a major news story? Big good news. Yeah, I guess it must be. They're not here to wage war. They're here to break us out of this mess. Hurry, get ready to leave. Ah! Oh, is that Nami? It's me. Where are you now, Brooke? We're almost there. We'll be passing through in a moment. Stop the ship! If we shoot off the island, we'll hit the barrier and explode. Hello, this is me, Lilith. Listen up. This bonehead Bonehead? I feel like that's kind of racist. This bonehead didn't have a plan to stop, so sure is a lot of ruckus going on. Jinbei, you gonna stop the ship? Big strong man. We should at least be ready to leave at a moment's notice. It's not the time to be fighting. Hear that, Zoro? Oh, that's right. He was going to get Zoro. But either way, I got a little bit ahead of myself. You're really hanging tough, Wheeze. Can we wrap this up? I'm in a hurry. Wheeze. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. Huff, huff. That's something the eventual victor says, Roronoa. But you are only the dead weight holding your friends back. Am I wrong? You're a pack of fools, unable to cut loose a single member for the good of the rest. Cut loose? Have you ever met this crew? Sir, this isn't the first time you've fought with the Straw Hats. Like, come on. As long as you're still alive, your friends are trapped here. You say that as though you're the one in control of how long we fight, Rob Lucci. Twing! What are the ship damages so far? We've lost about 30 small and mid-sized ships, and the numbers are only rising. All small and mid-sized ships pull back. Battleships only at the fore. We're getting nowhere with this. Yes, sir. Vice Admiral Red King. How has this gone so terribly wrong that we have to attack our own military ships or weapons? Hey, Bonnie. Dum da dum dum. Dum da dum dum. Why are you crying? Of course I'm crying, idiot. I've been looking for you. Huh? But we've been together this whole time. I know, but I didn't know that you were Nika. Nika? What's Nika? By the way, I saw that wimpy punch you threw. I wanted to hit him with a rubber punch like yours. Show me how to do it. Pound him for Vegapunk right now. help get off this island. They're going to do a double punch versus Saturn. Oh, I cannot wait for that. Help get us off this island. What? Vegapunk? Oh no, he sees his he sees his bloody body. Stupid insects. There is a reason that you are worthy of death. No, there isn't. Okay, Bonnie, I'll do that. From now on, throw your punches like this. You hurt my friend. Gumu Gumu Don Gatling. Okay, like what is he doing? Is he doing like Conqueror's hockey that's a percussive force? Is he doing spider threads that we just can't see? Is this his devil fruit ability? Like, how is he hitting people by just squinting at them? I need to know. There's a lot of storytelling in just those 4 panels, truly. Damn. We gotta get away on our own. Come on, Bonnie. Use the hover function. You'll be able to fly at low altitude within the island's bounds. Come on, Vegapunk, let's go. You go on ahead, Bonnie. I know quite a lot about medical science, and if I move now, I will die. Wheeze. Wheeze. What? You'll die whether you move or not. Accept your fate. Man, Kizaru's on demon time. Sanji, he kicked the laser? Okay, if he is completely unfazed by this, this is a huge level up. Kizaru has a shocked face? Are you kidding me? That was a laser beam. Love is stronger than light. If that's true, then physics as we know it is dead. Oh, I knew I loved you, Kizaru. Not as much as my boy, the purple bull, but not purple bull. Ox? What the hell is Fujitora? Tiger? Tiger? Oh my god, I'm so rusty with this series. Purple something. Tora is cat. I think it's purple tiger. Final answer. Let's move. To the northeast shore, right? Well, this really puts me in a bind now. I've got to at least take your heads back with me to save any face. Better start writing up your formal apology. Kashunk. Stussy? The complete opposite of Stussy. My, how the 5 elders have fallen? What the hell does that mean? What kind of powers are these, I wonder? I've never heard of the 5 elders coming down to the real world from their lofty perch, but it's helped us quite a bit. Pat. There, mission complete. 3rd captain of the Blackbeard Pirates, Van Augur, the Warp Fruit. What are you people doing here? Oh, she's like, so she can change into him? He might die? Katarina, what you doing? What are you people doing here? My thoughts exactly. The dog fruit, mythical type model, 9-tails fox. Katarina Devon. I must admit, I did not expect to see the savages from level 6 submitting to another's leash. Oh, but Teach is special. As is his bloodline. Does he have Buccaneer blood? Oh, we were talking about Whitebeard last time, not Teach. He's definitely got Buccaneer blood. He's got to. Oh, you were aware of that? You people are always up to strange business. What are you really after? The world. Pop? What the hell was that? What the hell's a pop? Crunch? Like... What? I don't know. Whatever. Moving on. That's the first thing that's like legitimately like stumped me so far. So I don't know. Let's be on our way. We're still on the island. You couldn't have warped us farther away. Oh, god damn it. Just the way that was framed was weird. I remember him having the warp fruit, but I don't remember like this little comic popping I was about to say emoji, but this visual representation of that. I'm still training. What? Wait up, please. Who is this guy? Bruh, so many callbacks. I can't believe I finally met you here. Supersonic Von Auger, Crescent Moon Hunter Katarina Devon. My name's Caribou, just a humble pirate at your service. I've been looking for you folks. See, there's a certain someone who inspired me to go out to sea in the first place. My lifelong dream is to be one of Master Blackbeard's Teach's goons. Please, you just gotta let me see him in person. I'm begging ya. Caribou? What are we doing, guys? And it was the same chapter, Sherm. Well, agenda piece is live and kicking. All right. Well, that was another great chapter. So both Blackbeard and Shanks's crew showed up. Okay, we are just converging on the end game here. All right, I don't have anything else to say, so let's get into 1108 after I get some more water. Bro Tolomeo, as I like to call him, because he's best bro. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, wow. Woof. Ooh, okay. Well, enough said about that. It is super hot in here, guys. I'm sweating. Yeah. The dome. Wait, don't shoot. Who is this guy? That's Wet. His nickname is Wet-Haired Caribou. You cannot be joking. He has the negative Riz. Devil fruit. There is no way. You got it right. Just hold your fire, please. He's a pirate, it's true. But this is a government island, and there are many who threaten the Commodore's life. No, sir, not me. Please, you gotta trust me. If you kill me now, Master Teach is gonna split your skulls. Fascinating. And why is that? Because I got some very valuable information. You won't hear from anyone else. You little rat. That one of the ancient weapons, named after gods, Poseidon, refers to the power of Shirahoshi, princess of Fishman Island, and that another one, Pluton, slumbers beneath the land of Wano. The only people in the entire world who know both of these facts are the Straw Hat crew and little old me. If you just let me meet with Master Teach, I'll happily provide that information to him. I'm sure he'll be very pleased to hear it. So take me with you. I know it'll be worth your time. You know what would be the funniest thing ever? If they just headshot him here and now. I would kind of fuck with that, not gonna lie. It doesn't happen on the next page, so gotta keep hoping. Pull back from the shore. Don't try to fight back against the pacifistas. No, the bubble shields. Why are we the ones who have to reckon with the power of the Navy's Special Science Group? Oh. There's nothing we can do here. Destroying them only sets the Navy back. What do we do? Let them sink us? Vice Admiral Bluegrass. Is it possible to cancel the buster call? I don't think it's ever been done before. Rice. Vice Admiral Hound. I'm hungry. Forgive me. Vegapunk, who was the one who gave the pirates power over the pacifistas, wasn't he? There's no way we can call it off now. Vice Admiral Guillotine. Shout out to Freerin. If you know, you know. He's completely turned traitor against the government. He's guilty of treason. Our first course of action is to get the pacifistas back under control. Take out the pirate Jewelry Bonnie. All Vice Admirals leave your post and eliminate Jewelry Bonnie. Vice Admiral Doberman. She's fleeing from the Fabrio phase in the city center towards the northeast coast. Kill Jewelry Bonnie now. Is this Garp? I don't know who this man is. Copy that. This is Tosa. I've got the target's rear position. Executing now. These claws are 10-finger pistols. Talk about another throwback that will chew through any armor. Tosa bite. Crap, it's an officer. He just got slammed? Yeah. Huh? What are giants doing on this island? New enemies? We're already in a hurry. Gabba-ba-ba. Who are you? We brushed up on the new members through their... I love this so much! Through their bounty posters, but I don't see any of them? Are you all researchers here? Oh, I guess Frankie does look different. I was like, he's right there. What are you talking about? We've come for the Strawhat crew. Ow! Luffy's my captain. What beef you got with them? No beef, only gratitude. We are the warriors of Elbath. We'll happily protect any of their friends. Luffy and Sanji and Vegapunk are still in the middle of the island. Will you help them? Those are some familiar names. Of course we will. Vegapunk. Is the man that Scholar mentioned? Take them to the ship. Let's hurry. The flames are really spreading. Sure thing, captains. So they're on our side. Are those the masters Usopp always talks about? The lines are down. Vice Admiral Urban. Either they got blasted or hit by giants. I'm going to the island. Vice Admiral Pomsky. I'll go by sea. Hop on, doll. The ship from Elbath is on the northeast coast. The strength of giants is top-notch. You ever fought a giant? My superior officer was a giant over 20 years ago. Was? You mean Saul? He was a strong one. Did we know that? Did we know that doll was underneath Saul? I'm going to have to go back and watch that scene, even though it's going to hurt to see the Robin stuff again. But where are your other friends? There's a lab on top of the clouds. They're up there. On a sky island? No, it's right over our heads. That's how I just imagine him sounding while he's crawling. We gotta get you out of here or you won't make it. Ouch, ouch! Moving me only speeds up the blood loss. Don't you remember that we promised you we'd get you off this island? I know I asked for that, but now I've made up my mind. There is something here I must protect. I was hoping not to tell Bonnie about her special authority until she was more grown up. They'll be after her life, of course. Please, keep her safe. I love the foreshadowing here, but don't you do it to me twice, Oda. If she does not come onto the crew as the final 10th member, We might have to box. He's less and less human by the minute. His eyes look bizarre. And is he coated with poison or something? I also caught that. Not a far shot, but he's given up on his humanity at this point. Look out, Luffy. Whoa, wow. Go ahead and take him away, Sanji. Ignore him if he shouts in pain. Yo, stop. Enough, Sanji. I know, just sit tight. Wham. Huh? No. Oh my god, not a second time? Vegapunk. Apple Man. Just run around the back of the island, Sanji. Damn it. Sorry about this, Vegapunk. Bam. Kizaru's on the chase again. Whoa! This is a Yako feat. Are we kidding, guys? You guys aren't going anywhere. I love this shit. Damn it. Hey, Vegapunk, snap out of it. You're not dead, are you? Beep. Why are you smiling? Beep. Click. Hello? Check, check. Is this on? Hello out there. Come in, world. Ahem. I am Dr. Vegapunk, a humble genius scientist. While many of you will likely be shocked by what I have to say in this message, I assure you that it is the truth of the world. He has a kill switch linked to his heart, to where if his heart ever stops beating, this message will be sent out to the entire world. I love Egghead. This was the chapter that really sealed it for me. My God. Well, was it this chapter? Yeah, sure, why not? It does beg the question, though. What are the Gorosei? Is this Saturn specifically in terms of what he just mentioned to... I don't know. I've been blitz reading these. I forgot already. He mentioned to someone that humanity is no longer needed. So he is now assuming this new form, or more so of the form than he ever has before. Okay, so new information. I'm assuming that means doll. So let me get another swig of water, and we're on to already chapter 1109 next. Okay, 1109. Does that look similar to a certain Gorosei? And the Gorosei are getting bigger. That's not a connection I ever made. I know that they said that they were of giant nature, but what if they were of devil fruit nature as well? So 1109 interception. I've been playing a lot of college football 25 recently and have been loving it. That's why I've not been doing as much editing. So that's why I love these live stream formats. Long story short, let's get into it. Limited cover series number 26, Onigashima Sinks. Come now, Stella. You can't just start this up out of nowhere. What do you mean, Shaka? Surely the audience will need to be adequately prepared to hear it. Oh, this is somewhat flashback. You really think that's necessary? Some intelligence agency will pick it up and it'll spread across the world by the next day. Are you certain about that? What if they manipulate the information? What is that? Where is it from? It's coming across every ship's snails. A good point. So what do we do? I'll relay the signal through every naval base in the world. Turn that off! But I can't! And force them to output at maximum strength. This guy has a feat as a scientist with this shit. The transponder snails, and also I'll call back to Saboti as well. The transponder snails can receive, or Marineford? Well, when Ace's execution was meant to be broadcasted, and when we first heard about it on Saboti. The transponder snails can receive audio signals. But the visual transponder snails will take time in order to be set up for viewing. I suggest giving them an interval of 1 hour. What are you going to tell the world, Vegapunk? That's Vegapunk, right? 1 hour? That seems long. So long, in fact. Where is it coming from? Why now? That it will give those who might not want this message heard the time to interfere with it. Very well. Let us set the preparation period for the message to 10 minutes. Isn't that your voice, Vegapunk? Hey, wake up! You hear that, world? Sacred Mary Joie. What is that signal? Someone explain this now! Saturn, what happened with Vegapunk? Kizaru killed him. He should be dead now. I think I saw it. So he set up this message to play in the event of his own death, called it. Most likely, and who knows what he might say. Oh, I never really noticed that scar on that guy's face. Might he be like a diseased devil fruit? Because I know that Saturn, he is the scientist guy, but this guy could be what gave the sapphire scale disease to Bonnie's mom. What's her name? What's her name? I'm blanking. Choking under the pressure. Pause. If we can find the source of the transmission, I can't imagine it's coming from anywhere but the Labo phase on Egghead, and it's protected by that barrier. So, 9.5 minutes to kill. What now? Want to invent something? I'm rather busy. Tap, tap. Why not have some coffee? Dressrosa, New World. Did you hear that? This is wild. The legendary Dr. Vegapunk is sending a message to the entire world. Bring out the visual transponder snail. Set up the big screen. Hurry, we've only got 10 minutes. That thing looks like it should be retired. Leave that thing alone. Is that the Professor Luffy Land took hostage? What's going on over there? Luffy Lando! Oh, Leo, did you really believe that horrible article about Lucy? Calculating the likelihood of signal jamming. The picture's up. Is that Vegapunk? Windmill Village East Blue. What's this? I thought the news was about Luffy getting up to trouble again. A visual transponder snail. I told you our village needed one, Mayor. And who's gonna pay for it? Their food isn't free, you know. You'll get by on sound alone, and you'll like it. We can't have color TV, you bunch of heathens. Black and white all day, baby. Water 7, Grand Line. Wake up, people. Huge news. Dude, Oda is in his callback bag. Oh my. Set up the video at once, Alice. Yes, sir. I'll have it shown in the room next door. I've also set up screens in each shipbuilding dock. Although it's the middle of the night, given the apparent importance of this event, I've already delegated contact of all residents so that they can be ready to view the video within 10 minutes. Anything else? That is a hell of a secretary. World Economic Journal HQ. Hey, what's this signal about? It's an independent source being relayed by the Navy. Does it say where Luffy's crew is going? Look at the clock behind them, fool. That's not the current time on Egghead. This is a recording that was made in the past. There's currently a buster call happening over there. So the place is burning to the ground as we speak, I'm sure. West Blue. So that's the real Dr. Vegapunk? Look at his head. His mind's so sharp it could cut itself. North Blue, the man who brought light to the world. South Blue, what's so important for him to say to the entire world? Is it the invention of the century? Kamabaka Queendom, the coffee will take 10 minutes to brew. Then I won't have time to drink it. I calculate the chances of jamming are exceedingly low. What does Vegapunk think he's doing now? And why is his noggin so slim? Is that the Dr. Vegapunk we're all talking about? So okay, double spread. And he's streaming a message in the middle of the whole ordeal? I suspect that my death is imminent. Egghead. So all those punches meant nothing to you, huh? Whoa, he's got the dial-up eyes! Kizaru. Whoa! From now until the moment all my friends get away, tug, I'm keeping you guys right here. Gumu Gumu. Dawn? Symbol! Oh my god! And you just see the splatting of whatever that is. You know when there's a mosquito? I think there was like a bug flying around in here yesterday. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what the hell? Don't dare land on me while I'm streaming. Thankfully I didn't. But you clap them with your hands. That is some dirty work, Luffy. I love it. Wait. Oh, he's gonna spin. Oh god, I'm like in gear 4 now. Gear 5 more now. Oda, what are you doing to me? I wasn't supposed to feel this way. I was supposed to hate this until I died. If you just bounce back from anything I do, let's see you bounce back from this. Shoo. He just threw something. Huh? Ah! Yeah. It's coming back like a boomerang. How come nothing I do damages him? Admiral Kizaru, what happened? Are you all right, Admiral? Huff. There's no time, Saturn. Vegapunk must not be given license to speak. Whoa, close one. There it is. That's our ship. I hope Vegapunk and them are all right. What do you mean summons? Good? Are you summoning the other Gorosei? Huh? What's that? Black lightning? 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy shit. What's that? That's the same thing as when the Spider Gramps showed up. All 5 are hitting the battlefield? Bruh. Ginny, sorry. What do I say to that chapter? Seriously. Starting to like Gear 5, that might be the most impressive thing of all this. But him having this final recording go live after he dies. What a G. And if Luffy is even able to, for a few minutes, hold off 5 Gorosei by himself, he's got to be top 1 in the verse. I don't care what Shanks is doing. I don't care about Dragon. I don't care about the Gorosei, or Emu, I should say. If he is able to hold off all 5 of them, that will be the biggest feat in this series for Luffy. Fight me if you don't believe me. All right, I'm officially out of water, so I need to run to the fridge. I will be back in just a couple of minutes, hopefully not too long. Be right back. Okay, I am back. Let's get back to the One Piece. All right, chapter 11:10, Starfall. Oh, God. Oh, God. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 2. But, bitch! I am so upset about... What did I just say about Oda? I was like, you finally done it, you mad lad. You got me back on board with Gear 5. And then you pissed me off. Now I want to travel throughout Wano. Like Odin did. Your volume 3 or 4 is going to be, I want to go out to sea. Chump. Ah, huh? What in the... Isn't that what happened when St. Saturn disembarked earlier? I'm worried about the others. An arrow comes in. Or an arrow goes out, I guess. Sacred Mary Joie. What is that, Stella? Chamber of Power. Why, it's the dream of all mankind. Vega coffee. I love coffee, by the way. One little speck of this stuff dropped in water, and you've got instantly nice, warm coffee. Vegapunk, get your ass in this world. How many minutes left? It's not like we're on a strict timer. Let's wait 7 minutes or so. What the... Why are they still silhouettes? You have got to be kidding me. Bruh, just stop. Okay. I got a little ahead of myself. We're finally starting to see on the left here their actual forms. But why show them in their silhouette forms beforehand? What the? And then we'll begin. Not that anyone will be close enough to stop us if they wished. Huff, huff. Gotta get in touch with Nami's group. There are 5 monsters now? Gyuk. Gyuki. I said gyuk. Gyuk. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Gyuki, Itsumade, Fengji, Bakotsu, Sandworm. Okay. Let's turn the page. Finally! We finally get a double spread with just one panel, and this is some flames. Highest authority of the world government, 5 elders, spider, sandworm, pig boar thing, flying bird, and is that like a skeletal horse? Maybe? Luffy is... Remember when I said if Luffy could hold off all 5 Elder Stars? Ain't no way. I was so delusional just 5 minutes ago. Yeah. Wait, is this thing like super fast running forward? Oh! Whoa! At first, I thought he was totally reverting back to the human form, but now he looks like a centaur. That's crazy. Chop that Kuma Pacifista in half. Huh? The Pacifista is down? Bruh, this guy's effortlessly doing that. I just saw something. An enormous horse on the shore. It's racing through them. The Pacifista closest to us has shut down. Same over here. Are they getting slashed? No, it seems to be partially frozen. Oh, is it like the Horsemen of Death? Of, you know, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. If that's cold and Zoro is fire, that's Zoro's final fight after he beats Mihawk. I'm guessing because strongest swordsman in the world is not the strongest swordsman in existence. Because there's levels to this. Hello, Nami, Robin, etc. Come in. It's kind of hard to explain what's happening down here, but in short, time's up. Get away from there. Huh? Why? What do you mean? Hands-on report. The fallen pacifistas are temporarily disabled due to freezing in the circuits to the brain. Did someone did that for us? Now we don't have to waste our strength fighting them. Kill Bonnie now while we have an opening. Bonnie and the Straw Hats are at the northeast shore. The Pacifista's number has already been halved. It's definitely an ally's work. Just run away. A really freaky monster's flying up towards you. Escape at once. Wow, on the bottom, you see the Centaur of Death going, chopping up all the pacifistas. And this is what I talk about in terms of perspective for Oda. There is so much in this one panel, and he also has a lot of detail on this Velociraptor bird thing. It has the cloud. It has the city in the background. The monster Elder Star in the foreground. This is so cool. And again, with this perspective shots, this feels intimidating. Growl! That surely was not enough, right? He was able to break through, because if that barrier defeated one of them like a mosquito zapper, I'm crying. Whoa, yikes! All right, sandworm going underneath ground. It dove under. An earthworm? Sanji, this is Usopp. Listen, we'd love to get out of here, but Zoro and Jinbei aren't back yet. Brooke and Lilith made it, though. The ship's fine. We arrived safely, didn't we? Only because of Usopp, you fool. Oh, he did the... I was about to say gangrene, but that's an illness. His green bamboo shots that, put up vegetation. I understand the urgency. Whether the fight's finished or not, I'm going to drag him back with me, says Jinbei. One of the swords gets knocked out of his hands. You sense that massive hockey too, don't you? Almost makes you want to stop and look. It's all over the island. Thanks, Jinbei. We need that now. I see him. He's still fighting. Stupid Mosshead, putting the entire crew in danger. He's a liability. Twitch. Ah! He said, I'm just doing this for the shits and giggles. Hand pistol spots. Shum, 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 shum. 3-stored style. Hoover splat hunt. What? I don't even know what the hell that is. Shisung. That might be my favorite Zoro strike. Huh? Sandworm's about to eat Luffy? Chomp? Yeah! Did you see that? I sure did. A familiar sight. He's not a man suited for dark places. Here goes. Stun? Saw? Oh, I don't think this is going to work out well for them at all. Or wait, did they actually chop his head? Holy shit! Put some respect on these giants. Sun Saw. Yeah! Yeah! That was close. Huh? It's you guys, the giants. Gaba-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's been so long, Straw Hat. We couldn't wait to see you again. Yeah. But unfortunately, they can regenerate, so this thing is not out of the fight whatsoever. I wish they would have known that. Luffy's going to have to see these two get killed. Or at the very least get eaten. Because this is not how this fight is going to end. They are not that level. I feel like I was screaming that entire episode. That entire chapter. Yeah, that panel was top tier. Really, just this whole chapter was something crazy. I wonder how long Oda's been thinking of the Gorosei, because for them to all pull up simultaneously, we still don't know where the pig guy's at. Fengshi. Maybe it's just like that's how their form manifests. Like they have to be coated in this dark silhouette form before they can realize their own body. Otherwise, like Oda's just doing it for the shits and giggles at this point. Because there's no reason to cover it when you're literally just going to show us on the next page. Again, it looks fuego. Especially the centaur. The centaur of death. Okay, so kid catching strays. All right, drink of water. Then I'm getting into the second to last chapter, I think. Yeah, 11:11. I'm reading up to 11:12 today. Welcome, Gavin. Are you talking about Emu? In terms of this is Emu granting these powers to the Gorosei? I can see that. All right, second to last chapter for tonight. Oda, man. What's this, like 7 color pages in 10 weeks? Based on a reader request, the Straw Hats strolling through the deep sea using jellyfish umbrellas. Aw, Kuma's there. Yes! Oh, Dr. Vegapunk, he's got his own little thing. They're all eating French fries. I'm trying to read what's on Luffy's shirt. I think it's a potato, but I can't read what it says. I like the design, though. There's so much personality in this color page. I'm not really saying much, but you can tell how each character is eating fries, what or how they interact with the rest of the crew. Kuma's just kind of off by himself. Zoro has some, but he's mainly just messing with Usopp. Nami, she's only having one because likely she's trying to watch her figure. The 2 kids next to her, Chopper and Bonnie, they don't care. They're stuffing their faces. Brook, he's given some to Jinbei. Jinbei's kind of tentatively taking one because he's the newest member of the crew. Frankie, he's kind of having a rapport conversation with Vegapunk. Luffy, if you want to talk about stuff in his face, he's almost done in one handful. Have you guys seen the potato chip meme with is it Paul George and someone else? I think it's a Goldfish commercial, maybe. He's like, okay, just one handful. And this big old dude takes like the entire bag out in one handful. What? Just one handful. Then obviously Sanji is probably making them down there because he has the raw potatoes, the fryer, and then Robin. She's having one, but mainly she's just there to have conversation. That's a long conversation on a color page, but I just want to appreciate this because this is one of my favorites. I love the colorations. I love the aspect of the request, and I just love how much personality it has. So, okay, so chapter 11:11:11:11, Sun Shield. Okay, so I think it got through, right? Yeah, I think it did. At least Jinbei looks up. What is that thing? Such preposterous hockey. Zoro, are you done? Let's go. Huff, huff. Jinbei, not yet. Bro, you're standing there like that? And also interesting that Lucci has that same dark cloud, tufts of smoke behind him. He's still standing. Did you get him yet, Jinbei? I'll do it now. Let's go, Zoro. You won the fight. Gwa! Fishman karate. Sorry about this, Rob Lucci. 5,000 brick chop. Huff, huff. Cypher Pole Aegis Zero Rob Lucci. Where is York? Bruh, that face is the exact same face I would have. Now, he has much more resolve than I do, and he is a much better person in combat, obviously. Just look at me. But damn, I don't think I've seen that look of fear on his face. Gotta hurry. Hey, what is that thing? York is still tied up in the command room on the 4th floor of Building A. Currently on the loose are the 2 who just escaped, Roronoa Zoro and Jinbei, first son of the sea, 5 other members of the Strawhat crew, and 2 Vegapunks, Huff, preparing to escape from the back exit of the Labo phase. There are 85 other Cypher Pole agents and 4 Seraphim in the basement of the lab. Vegapunk's message resumes in 6 minutes. Well done. No further questions. Huff, huff. Wait, my partner is still gravely wounded in the command room. Please spare his life. That may not be possible. One does not attempt to step on insects. It simply happens. What a bar! I hate you, but what a bar. I can't believe it's been 2 years. Good to see you giants again. And you, Strawhat, I almost didn't recognize you. Ga-ba-ba-ba-ba. How do you know the form of that god spoken of in Elbaf? Giants? A bad combination. Look at these colossal beasts. They look like they came from Elbaf's forest. What do you mean, bruh? You see this shit on a daily basis? Is this just a regular Wednesday for you, my dude? You've got to be kidding me. Maybe it's just in the general sense of like, oh, wild beast, and like if they live in the giant's forest, they'll get bigger. But what? But we don't want to fight them, guys. We need to run away. Huh? Your outfit. Oh, this is a double spread. Bro, this, I can't tell. I'm sorry. Huh? Your outfit. It pleases us greatly. Ga-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hee-hee-hee. I don't know what you mean, but we can talk later. We're already aware. We saw Sanji earlier. He said, if you see Luffy, tell him to run around the back of the island. I'm counting on you, Dory and Bragi. You bet. Let's meet up later. We saw the story in the newspaper. All right, little map. And came to help you escape. It said you were surrounded by the Navy. Huh? That's the captains. They found Strawhat. Back to the ship. Prepare to withdraw. All we have to do is take them and leave. Don't bother attacking the battleships. They don't have any treasure. No doubt about that. Yeah. Damn it. An escape signal. We can't have that. I'll sound a warning of my own then. Huh? A warning not to escape. Is there hockey infused in that roar? I do see a little black lightning there at the bottom. Bro, he just liquefied Luffy. What? Yeah. The island is pulsating again? Hey. Oh, yeah, it is hockey. Are you all right, Strawhat? Got enough parts there? What a funny body you've got. Yeah. That was a close one. A color of the Supreme King Roar? Who is that guy? Some bossy guy in the world government. We doing a Sonic spin? Wow! Bragi, ready. Fallen Sun Shield. Oh, they're blades for his tusk. That's crazy. We have much to settle with your kind. Do you even know who that is? Of course we do. He's a friend. Ga ba 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 ba. Yeah, ga 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 ga. Okay, I cannot believe they are holding up with this, man. I was about to say they're about to get bodied, but at least they sent him back for a second. Skill just split. And he must be cursed before you call him something else. Crushed before you call him something else. Eradicated from the historical record. Watch out, that's gotta be poison. All right, picks up Luffy. We gotta talk, bro. Are you a beaver? This ain't corn on the cob. He's making like a cricket bat or something, or just an actual bat because somehow he's got paint and he's got a helmet and swing bada. It goes back to sender. How do you like a taste of your own poison? I don't know why, but Garcia's eyes in this bottom panel for page 16 is sending me. This man looks like a cartoon villain who has realized you do not have the power of plot on your side. What? It exploded? Captain, the flames are going to block off the forest. Let's get moving. You bloomed to bits. Gabba ba ba ba. Let's hurry. This won't matter. They're immortal. What did I say? Wait, is there another one there? Because there's 3 silhouettes. Unless that's the worm that was underneath. Probably. Keep running. How can they be immortal? I don't know, but they keep coming back no matter what you do. I've never heard of any such power or race. Best to run then. Gaba ba ba ba. Jinbei, Zoro, hurry up. We're on our way. I think it's faster just to run. Look, in front of the ship. You're not getting on that boat. Jewelry Bonnie. Huff, huff. Where's the room on the monitor? Ah, monster! It talked! Who are you? Go away! Kizaru, show us your wounds. Let us help you. Am I wounded? Yes, deeply wounded. Then we should act fast. Just let me rest. Urgent report. Something far larger than even the giants has appeared on the island, reporting from the northwest coast of Egghead. It's unaffected by the flames. Through the fire and flames, the gargantuan creature is standing in the flames and groaning about something. Sorry, Joy Boy. Bro, this was a spicy chapter. East Blue Nation, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. If first time here, or if you've been watching in the background, awesome. Oh, there were empty fry buckets. I didn't even notice that. LBAF is Australia. If that ain't canon, if that ain't the truth. Hockey paint? I mean, all right, last swig of water before I get into the last chapter of tonight's live stream, and then we might have a little discussion with Vontae and Sherm if they want to hop in. Of course, they're always welcome to. But like the stream if you're watching this in post or currently and you haven't already. Appreciate it. Okay, last one for tonight, 11-12. Hard aspects. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage Volume 3. You can have that parting gift, Yamato, as long as you do something for me. That could either be a map, or it could be a letter to maybe Luffy that she is tasked to delivering. All pacifistas Mach 3 are neutralized. Increase bombardment. Make sure Emperor Straw Hat Luffy doesn't escape. I just can't believe he is that good. Is that a wooden sword? Whatever you... Moving on. Whatever you do, stop Jewelry Bonnie from leaving. Only 12 years old. And you gave this mere girl enough power to level an entire country? What a foolish rebellion to stage against us, Vegapunk. Let's get back to the ship. There are some deadly foes on this island. Boom, 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 boom. Don't let them take off. Sink the Elbaf ship. Hurry to the northeast shore. Move it. You'll go nowhere. Steam strong right block. Whatever that means. Bro, his neck just got eviscerated. And that's saying something. He got a giraffe neck. Shout out Kaku. Bomb. Take my daddy to safety, Mr. Giant. You bet. Hop. Prepare to die. You'll never have that weapon of war, Jewelry Bonnie, you little snot. No. Don't call him a weapon. I'm a child. My daddy is a hero, Chin Man. I'm so weak. Stop it. This just looks wrong. But also, she is technically like 14, so you guys are wrong. Lavo Phase. I can't help but notice you're not drinking your Vega coffee. It's hot. I have a very sensitive tongue. That's mean, Shaka. You knew that already. 4 more minutes, Stella. Yow! After he sips. This is clearly the same room. They must have recorded the message here, but... Boom! Did he just say, F it, I'm gonna laser beam it? Wait, stop. Don't just go crazy. Stella, there's not much time left. See, the message is still going. Why not use thermoelectric elements to take the coffee's heat and convert the energy into something? If I were the Stella, I would hide the transmission transponder snail emitting the message somewhere. Then I will simply destroy the entire lab. You can't. The 2nd floor of Building B is for weapons development. The 1st floor is the power plant. 3rd floor of Building C has our entire supply of pressurized gas cylinders. Destroy any one of them, and it'll set off a chain reaction throughout the lab that blows up Punk Records itself. And think of where it is. Your neural pathway should be the same as his. But he's dead. It's not like you can tap into that. Sure, you can think about how he would think in the moment, but that doesn't necessarily mean you'll come to a conclusion, especially in 4 minutes. You're going to have to super brain blast this. I'll stop it, of course. If I add crime upon crime, it'll only make it harder to get along with you folks. I sense the voice of a small creature in Punk Records. Is it a transponder snail? The transmission transponder snail was just recently completed. You can recognize it by its triangular spiral shell. Tell me how to get in. I can't quite think at the moment where it might be. I don't know. Huff, huff. Aren't you lucky? Seems it wasn't interested in you. Bah, speak for yourself. What was that monster? Based on the conversation, one of the 5 elders. Brrr. You think so? What a ghastly transformation. They abandoned you, didn't they, Stussy? How sad and ironic after you chose to betray us. Sorry, but staying behind was my idea. Someone has to carry out the final job after all. Wait, you mean to tell me we're leaving Stussy behind? What other option we got? Undoing the barriers gotta happen at the same moment the ship escapes. The only way to lower the Frontier Dome is at the command room. She volunteered to do it. If you want to do right by her sacrifice, you better make sure the escape's a success, eh? Well, of course we're going to do everything we can to escape, but still. The problem is the distance the Vega Force 1 would have flown us. Exactly right, Nico Robin. I've calculated it up, and going by classical mechanics, this ship's guaranteed to land on solid ground now. What? Hey folks, the coup de burst is all ready to rock. Once Zoro's group gets here, we're gonna make a super jump out to sea. And if it looks like we're not gonna make it, that's your cue to help us out. Got it? Must be hard to be your ship, but I love the guts you got. Wherever miracles occur, that's the power behind them. And that's coming from a scientist. Huh? Edison? I'll make sure your ship touches down in the water. Trust in me. Simulated external damage, 78%. Edison! It won't kill me. Here goes. Bro, what am I looking at on this next double page spread? There's an inward wind pulling us towards the island. This thing is just sucking up, pause, everything. The suction is enormous. Double pause. We're not getting anywhere. That's it. If you're that hungry, crunk, have a building. That was fun. But now I'm tired. Same. What's this? What happened, Straw Hat? You've turned into some strange old man. Ran out of food. Power. Need food? How about some hockerel? Hockerel? Oh, what's that smell? It's fermented shark. Emergency rations from Elbaf. Gabba. Tastes good when you get used to it. Moke. I feel energized again, though. The way your body works is so simple. You're back to the old you. All right, it's getting up again. Look out, boar! Gear 3, Gumu Radoraka. Get pounded. How hard is that thing? Pause! Oda, chill, fam. Rear side Labo phase. Yeah! Stop. What is that? Something's coming. Huh? A crab? Oh, God. Northeast shore. Oh, no. Mr. Giant. That is a sick silhouette, finally. Huh? Who's that? Punk Records Labo phase. 1 minute left, Stella. I know. Here it is. Fortune was not on your side, Vegapunk. Glub, blub, blub. Glub, blub, blub. Obviously, it's whatever the snail is looking at. Okay. I don't know if I'm ready for tomorrow, because I just know we're finally going to get the answers as it relates to. Let me add Du Bois. We're finally going to get the answers to what this message entails. And given that I know there is some Joy Boy stuff, I don't know specifically what it is, but given the fact that I know that, this might be the answer to the Void Century. I am so excited.
Hello, hello.
Yo.
Welcome, gents.
Yep. Next stream is going to be one. It's going to be one of them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all three of these streams have been one of them, but man. So, what do you currently think about these 5 elders?
Slightly disappointed.
Huh.
Not gonna lie, this is
recognize-
exactly how I thought they were going to be. My bad.
I recognize the fact that they are very powerful, but I know that they are somewhat figureheads in this world, that they sit atop the world, so to speak. But I thought that they would be a bit more competent in combat.
I feel like the reason they seem incompetent is because it's been, 800 years since the Void Century, since they had to really do anything, and with their regenerative powers, they don't have to dodge. Like, they can just take whatever, stand back up. So I think it's just a different style of fighting that we're used to. But I definitely understand, not understanding why they're not just
it seems like their attack should be
Bakotsu.
more powerful, if that makes sense.
Bakotsu is doing work. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, the Centaur.
The undead horse.
Right.
Centaur.
Every chapter, I was like, bro,
Yoink!
he's the rawest one,
Yeah.
man.
So
Easily.
Cleanest,
Easily.
And he's doing the most work.
the names that they had for them, the Gyuki is like an ox spider yokai from Japan. The
Spider.
Itsumade is a strange bird with a human face yokai. The Fangshi is a boar-like monster from Chinese mythology who supposedly actually has 2 heads. And then the Bakotsu is the undead
Horse.
flaming horse. And then you have the sandworm, because Oda is apparently a fan of Dune.
Never watched it yet, but I keep
Yeah, but
hearing it's great. But
It's just
I
it's
understood
so
the
funny
reference.
because it's yokai, worm.
Worm. Worm is life. Worm is love.
So
Yeah.
the most prevailing theory about them is they obviously have mythological devil fruits of these yokai. I've only talked to Vontae about this, but it's my personal theory that they don't have any devil fruits at all, that they actually are devils, and that their powers are how devil fruits came into being, and devil fruits mimic what they can naturally do.
They're called devil fruits because of the fact that they
Came from devils.
or not necessarily that they came from them, but that they tried to mimic
Right,
what
yeah,
their capabilities were.
right.
I like that.
Exactly. So that's what I've slowly been cooking up with Vontae, but I was like, I need Twitchy caught up so I can let him know.
What do you think about the fact that the devil fruit users are pulled towards the bottom of the oceans? Do you think that incorporates maybe like a specific location at the center of the earth where all of the devils reside?
It could be. Or if the Gorosei themselves, the devils themselves, could have made the devil fruits to mimic their own powers as a way of controlling people and put an inherent flaw inside it to make sure that they had that control.
Was this a test experiment from Garcia?
Could exactly, like, that's
I like it.
right. It would be so much more interesting to me than, oh, they have mythological devil fruits.
I mentioned, I think it was the boar guy that has kind of like some miscolorations on his face. Do you think maybe he's like a disease? I don't know, kind of like, I don't want to say like a test tube, but like an incubator for diseases.
I don't know. Like you said, I've never noticed that scar before, so I would need to like go and look back every other time the Gorosei have been shown, just to see if it's constantly been there, or if that was just a weird shading choice because his brow was furrowed. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, the bald guy with the stash.
Yeah.
Huh.
As far as I know, he's always had it. It's kind of like a miscoloration. It almost looks like a birthmark.
Yeah.
But I started thinking about that when Bonnie had her sapphire scales disease in her mother. But
also, what pushes my when we talked about Mihawk potentially being a Holy Knight, the Centaur Nojiro, I think he got taught by him, trained by him, since he's a sword user. He's celestial dragon. And,
damn.
Let's see what else.
What do you guys think about like the summoning technique? Do you feel like that is a quote unquote deal with the devil that these humans made in order to be granted this power, to where maybe they had to give up their humanity in a traditional sense in order to be granted these powers? Because it seems very much that this black silhouette thing, that this is more so an extension of Emu's power.
Yeah, because we've seen some of it when Sabo, when he was in the throne room, and it looked like Emu had like essentially
control
like a matter in her back. Yeah, and then he just I think it's something. For sure.
So Emu could like be the conduit for everything they're able to do, for lack of a better word.
Sure.
But yeah, I definitely feel like they were just that. Part of that was they were silhouetted as they were crawling out of the summoning, and they weren't fully there yet. And also, I think that Oda really wanted to show them their full designs on that double spread, because that double spread would not have had the same impact.
I mean, I guess, but don't show the silhouette of them pulling up or the pull up. It's like, that's just ridiculous. Come on. Why'd you give me a silhouette the page before I got the spread?
He could have easily just did like the little shadows or smoke or something, and then
you could have showed it from a different perspective. Just lower the camera like 40 feet.
Don't formulate it, like make it make it look like creatures already were like
yeah. So one other thing I wanted to bring up was kind of related to what we're talking to with Emu. So a lot of people have said that backwards is Umi, which stands for the sea.
Sea. Yep.
But what if, because Japanese traditional, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Japanese traditional katakana and hiragana is written from top to bottom. What if it's an inversion of that, to where beneath the sea, so in the core of the planet, is where Emu resides? That is the why all of the devil fruit users keep getting sucked. It's not because it's just the bottom of the sea, it's literally closer to their origin. So much like the reincarnation cycle of devil fruits, you're able to return to sender for these devil fruit powers, to where the bodies are then moved downward.
You know what? I don't remember where the imagery was. Like, what it was an anime. I'm not sure if it was a movie or a series, but I remember seeing a clip of like the fruits in the water going upwards. Yeah. So that's interesting. Because why would they be there? Like, sure, it can exemplify. Well, that's a part of it. When people drown because they're devil fruit users, so it makes sense. Plus, people obviously wouldn't like anybody that uses that shit probably just wants to get it back or whatever.
I mean, and it's a common theme in a lot of pirate stories that what comes from the sea must return to the sea.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
A lot of underwater stuff, even the stuff that happened in Wano or Pluton, stuff underwater.
Well, I just kept thinking about the lowest levels of
Impel Down.
Sorry. Long day, guys. The lowest levels of Impel Down to where they started like thinking about, or did they hear something underneath the water? Is that correct?
I don't remember.
Like, was it Dofi or was it like Ivankov down there? I keep remember like there was something about Impel Down that was not yet explained. I do remember that.
What I would say that's interesting that you brought that up is that Impel Down, the whole prison structure is like showing if you're in different levels of hell itself. So
Dante's Inferno
makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, in the levels that get worse the further you go into the sea or go down.
Was there a level 7 or was level 6 the lowest? I'm pretty sure there was at least one level 7, right? Inmate, I mean.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
I don't remember it either. That's why this reread's going to be so amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and the pull up from Von Auger and
yes,
Vaughn, that was.
Yep.
She touched him though. Yeah, she touched him.
And they put emphasis
she
on
did.
That. Mm-hmm.
She did. She
touched
him.
Why did he not like? Did he just think he could kill them there?
Right.
Does he not know her power?
I mean, he immediately tried to attack them, but Auger.
It wasn't immediate. It was somewhat delayed.
Once he was regenerated, to where he could attack, he attacked because they touched him. What are you after? The world goes to stab, warps away, but we finally get the answer for who Caribou has been searching for all this time. It was freaking.
I mean,
Blackbeard.
I kind of guessed that, to be honest.
Wet-haired.
Yeah, but it's nice to have that. Yeah,
wet-haired caribou. Good dog water, bro. Flint water. Like just the dirtiest water you can think of. Cesspool caribou.
They purposefully gave him a bad name, but it's still nice to have him the confirmation, and I'm so glad he's not with the Straw Hats anymore because that was so annoying. We are finally done with.
Did we ever explain how he got there? Or he's just there.
He was there since Fishman Island.
Yeah,
over 10
hiding
years
in barrels, just hiding in barrels, like
gross.
Bro has been in a barrel since Fishman Island.
He's been here since even longer than Law. Like has been with us.
Oh my god! When you put it on like that, that really hurts.
I hate it. Why'd you have to say that?
Man,
honorable Straw Hat.
No.
Oh, the thing about Blackbeard, he's from a special lineage. Obviously, since we got the Buccaneer stuff, that's like a lot. The first thing to think about.
Or do you think he's maybe Lunarian?
No, I think maybe something different.
I think he's something new.
Because
I think that the Buccaneer is a red herring because he's not really as big as Whitebeard or Kuma was. He's kind of just short and wide. Like he's not built like they are. So it's got to be something different dealing with why he doesn't sleep.
Do you think? Yeah, I was about to say. Do you think it's related to that?
Plus, it's interesting because I don't think Saturn would refer to him of being a part of a special lineage. Like he's disrespectful to everybody. There's no why would he say that? You're from a special lineage. He could have said an interesting one or something. Yeah. So that made me think okay, that's strange that he will refer to him as that instead of saying, "Oh, he's from a, I don't know, interesting lineage or rare." Like he just
my
says
only
special.
question with that, how would he know?
I would almost say, how would? Okay, I see why you asked that. But,
Like, I understand they have the Cypherpole network of intelligence. I'm not disregarding that. That's not what I'm saying. But at a certain point, like, when someone talks about heritage, wouldn't you have to have either some of their DNA or they must have said something? But if you were raised as an orphan, because I'm pretty sure Blackbeard was an orphan, right? Like, how would he even know?
maybe they looked at the no sleeping stuff. They're like, oh shit, that's from that trait right there is from that, or something with his personality or how he acts. Maybe they picked up something.
The body type,
or it's something
That
about he has 2 devil fruits that could have
That too.
come from whatever lineage. They're like, oh yeah, he's
confirms
special.
it because
I was just watching a Marine Report recently too.
He's twice the devil as any of you, or something like.
Do you think we're getting too many special races? I'm okay with it for now, but if we introduce like 1 or 2 more, I might be like, okay, like, I mean, this just explains everything way too easily.
You know what I think that says? I think it's building us up to like the Void Century and other stuff from like races from back then. So I think it is the perfect time if we're learning new things and we're getting closer to we're in the final saga essentially. So I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, we have humans, the Skypians, the Fishmen, the Tontatas, Lunarians, and now the Buccaneers, and whatever he is. So that's still just like, the 3. Well, that's a tribe of humans, though, right? I mean, they're just same as a Longarb tribe. That's like,
I see what, yeah.
An offshoot.
They're all like, right. So, and giants. So we're still like right around 10. So I feel like as long as you're not like
20, 30.
Right, yeah. Just because
Dorian Broggy, man.
I'm gonna be honest, I was severely underestimating their abilities here.
Oh yeah.
I understand that, like, what you were saying about how the Elder Stars, they aren't really combat savvy as maybe they used to be, but I just did not expect them to literally chop that sandworm's head off.
Hey man, you know, I always say giants need to be giants. Giants need to be strong. I preach this all the time, and I'm glad that Oda. I mean, and it doesn't ruin it for them because when we met them, they were fighting each other for all those years. So,
well, even the Hakyoko smash or whatever, they killed that huge goldfish from like super far away. I think that goldfish might have been bigger than these guys.
And then the Kid Pirates, remember they pulled up after Shanks did what he did, and they were the ones that boom.
Actually had the kill shot. Yeah
I don't know, I think that the giants are very important, not just because they revered Nika, but Saint Jay said something, or I think it was Saint Jay who said something about the giants being there, and they had business with them or something. Like, there was some line about it. So the giants are heavily connected somehow as well into all of this.
Let's see, what else was there that I had?
There was so much in this set.
Yeah, it was a much more action-packed set compared to the emotional set you got.
But there's also a lot of world building with it too.
Yes.
That's what I really appreciated.
Egghead has done wonders for the world of One Piece.
Ooh, all the way back to the East Blue.
No cap.
With Mayor. See, an iceberg. That little secretary the iceberg got now, what if that's like another CP9 agent who pulls out a gun on him?
And not my man.
Man.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's other stuff. I've been watching Townsy's reactions to these finally because it's been so long, and then I'll watch your reactions afterwards, Vontae. But man, I can't keep up with this, especially being gone for almost a year.
Oh, okay. There's one thing. Well, since you already know about the Bonnie thing that's about to happen, next stream, I didn't like it that much for certain reasons, but when you were reading it, when Saturn said that basically it was like a whole test or experiment or whatever, and he explained how her ability works, I forgot all about that. Now that I look back, I was like, oh yeah, he did say that. But it was
the fact that it's like an extract or something, like it wasn't actually a devil fruit, or is he talking more so about her Buccaneer bloodline?
About the imaginative part, like how, I mean, I know we've already seen it, like with her doing the Nika-ish future with the big, but like when he said that, and then I'm thinking, for the Gear 5 thing, I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. But I forgot that he mentioned that, because my problem with it was that I thought, kind of like with Luffy's, like the imaginative part, I was thinking that, well, her devil fruit is pretty much like a compound. It's like 2 in 1. It's imaginative and also aging, both. And at first, like I said, I forgot that Garcia already said that about the imaginative part versus just the aging thing. So I thought it was kind of weird when I seen it, for your next stream. But it makes more sense now. It still is wild, but it makes more sense.
Yeah, it makes sense for what Oda is cooking, but for me, in my personal opinions, it's way too unlimited at the moment.
It really is, but
well, I mean,
it makes sense.
Again, I don't know the specifics because I haven't reacted to it yet, but I will just say the implications for now that I'm thinking is that if you believe it and you have a devil fruit power, you can be it.
Yeah.
Which, honestly,
whether or not that turns out to be true, I mean, we don't know what Roger saw. When he laughed, he could have saw an entire population of Joy Boys that is just laughing and bouncing around like Gear 5 Luffy. If I saw a bunch of rubber people just jumping around having fun, I think I'd laugh too. Which, again, I know some people might not like that in terms of what he actually saw, but it had to be something that was comical. At the very least, whether it was the entire island doing that, whether it was maybe a look into the future, I don't know.
So just sticking with the imagination thing, I even think Vegapunk said something about imagination and devil fruits at the very beginning of the arc.
That was one of the best chapters of the series. I will never forget that one.
So, yeah. But I also want to take a minute and shout out Frankie, because Frankie put in work these chapters. One shot a Vice Admiral, punched Saturn, because he was the first one to move and defend Luffy.
He's trying
for sure, but I'm kind of let down from Oda personally.
Well,
I wanted real conversations between him and Vegapunk.
Listen, I get that, but this is more like Frankie has done more than half the cast did in Wano.
But is that really bad?
The fact that we're seeing them do things after not seeing them do things makes me happy.
But on one hand, I will give him credit for punching Saturn, but on the other hand, it really doesn't matter. I'm not trying to throw shade at him, of course, but if they just regenerate over and over, you literally cannot punch an immortal regenerating being to death.
I'm just letting down.
You're just wasting your own energy.
You can only stall
him and Vegapunk. That's why I'm let down from.
I think I do agree with Vontae, and I don't know if it fits currently with where we're at in the arc to where there could be. Yeah, it should have been near when they were having the conversation about dreams.
Yep.
That could have easily related to his inventions, and that could have re-sparked Frankie's ideas. If he could have got a new idea for the Thousand Sunny, if he could have got a new idea about how maybe armor works with the what's it called, like the flotation shoes that Vegapunk was using.
And I'm sure he does, but it's off screen probably.
No,
he probably learned.
Like, it needs to be on panel though. That's the problem.
Here's my problem too. Remember,
go
ahead, Sherm.
Nami's entire dream is off screen too. We never see her.
Don't start.
Like,
don't start with me. That shit is so disappointing.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying that's just how it's turning out.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my thing, right? Like Frankie, remember he was in one of Vegapunk's labs in the pre-time skip. That's like, think of that and think about where we're at right now. And he's right, and Vegapunk is there. He's only been asking him like, I can't even remember. It's just been like little shit, like, oh, that's a cool little invention there. But I wanted like a real nice conversation, like one-on-one conversation with him, because that's like his idol, or is somebody that he essentially kind of looks up to, at least.
For his hero, he's had almost no interaction with him, and he's been in person with him. Where else do you go? I would say Luffy's had more interaction with Dr. Vegapunk than Frankie has.
Yeah. Which that ties it into to just the whole Kuma Nika thing.
Yeah.
But because of that taking the spotlight, it definitely stole from Frankie. But now, at least to the editor's credit and to Oda's credit, at least this wasn't built up to be Frankie's arc. People, the community,
they specifically didn't, but I feel like he should definitely have had more focus up to this point.
Yes, he absolutely should have. But the fact that they didn't build us up to expect it. Like Wano is Zoro.
Well, I don't trust them anymore.
No, exactly.
Zero credibility.
Right. And we could at least got that with Frankie, like how Zoro and Wano, even though his was like, but at least to that extent. And think about Usopp. We're probably going to Elbaf literally right after this, since the Giants are here with us. Like, sure, but once again, we talked about it when we were reading Undead. Read Undead, guys. Anybody in chat that doesn't read it. But when we're talking about like Chikara and those kind of characters and Usopp, it shouldn't take until Elbaf for him to finally like that
get some development.
I don't like that at all.
No, Usopp used to be one of my favorites, and I was really excited for what was going to come next for him after Dressrosa with his hockey, and then seeing nothing come from it
since then.
Right.
He might be the LVP.
10 years waiting for like 10 years waiting for a feat. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. And it hurts to say that.
I agree. So earlier we were talking about Kuma, and I brought up a couple of points, but the first point was that Vegapunk introduced a backdoor option for Bonnie to control all of the Kuma-esque pacifistas. Was that a controversy? Were you guys okay with that? How'd you feel?
I don't think it was.
I think that it
makes sense.
It confirmed that Vegapunk was a changed person.
Okay.
Like I don't think anyone was really upset about it.
Okay, fair. And then I also brought up another speculation that because he still has the paw fruit in the body, he is not technically dead. Do you guys agree with that? What do you feel?
That's interesting.
Because now, technically speaking, so here, this is going like really deep into the rabbit hole, so bear with me here. So, if he is technically a pacifista almost in every form at this point, because most of his body's been replaced with cybernetics, I'm assuming he also has the same programming / his love for his daughter, to where if she said, take my memories out of me to give back to you, my memories of your memories can then become your memories.
That is some anime shit. I can see that happen. I think I've seen stuff like that happen.
So the question is, would he still have free will at that point, or would he just be able to be controlled by Bonnie?
I think it is more so the latter, but he will now have his memories to where he can have independent thought. It's kind of similar to Shen from Undead, to where when, spoiler alert, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to when he turns into a Jiangshi, to where he still has his mind, but he can't just do any action. So he's permanently the knight in shining armor for his daughter.
Damn. But still, and I kind of like that because it's still bittersweet. It's like it still
like
sucks,
he's dead, but he's not really dead.
Yeah. Which would solidify him, you know? Like that will solidify his character. Boom.
And that would be a very uniquely set up character as it relates to the whole human and cybernetics integration. Like he could have very interesting conversations with Frankie. Like that could just expand out so much.
Mm-hmm.
If any of our characters ever lose a limb, like, hey, this is how you use an arm. I don't know,
man. But yeah, okay. So you see now why I say that the Holy Knights being introduced now makes sense, because the girl would say like, yo, you guys are rusty, old, washed. Like they probably gonna be mad as shit. Like, hey, you guys go out there. This is not our job. We're going to stay in the throne room or their own room, whatever the room that they're in, and yeah, just sit down in your chairs like you usually do, and let them boys cook. Because my God,
do you feel like they are immortal or invulnerable because of the surgery from the Opi no Mi, or just because of that's who they are as creatures?
If they are devils, I would imagine that's what's giving them their immortality. Or again, it could be something to do with the aura from Emu. If the maybe
if Emu dies, they die.
Right, if he's the conduit for their power. But if they just had like 6 people like Opi no Mi and do the operation on them, like I feel like that's just
hold on a sec.
That's so
they introduced the concept of extraction in this reading session with Bonnie's devil fruit.
Yeah.
Couldn't they have theoretically extracted the essence of the Opi no Mi and then had these scientists perform the operation?
Oh, wait a minute. You know what that relates back to what Blackbeard did to Whitebeard. He probably knew how to do the whole extraction process, where that was the reason why he got. I know they already alluded to like his body being different or whatnot, but that could also be something else. Since
that could also
we
be
know
a red
that
herring.
He's smart. He's a researcher. Like he probably did learn that kind of. Especially he knows things about devil fruits, everything.
He was fully there with the encyclopedia, right?
Yep.
Yep. Maybe the what's it? The Kuro no Mi? Is that the name of it?
Which one is that?
What's the name? What's the name of his darkness fruit? Yami no Mi.
Yeah.
What if that is able to perform the extraction from within a person that has eaten the devil fruit?
That
could be.
And that's why he wanted it specifically. Right. Because maybe 2 devil fruits being eaten by the same person causes that internal strife that causes them to blow up. But if you're able to extract the essence of the power without the soul of the fruit, because the soul of the fruit we know is linked to the soul of the holder, and then that also has a reincarnation cycle. So if you're able to just get the juice from the fruit rather than the fruit itself, that's a perfect way to increase your abilities.
Yo, okay. I know this is like Blackbeard is not like the main thing of this of this stream, but I'm just thinking more and more about him. Like the fact that, obviously we know that he's researched so much, and we know that he didn't sleep. I'm sure he probably obviously staying up overnight, doing a whole bunch of research, so he learned about a lot of things. I wouldn't be surprised if he knew stuff about like the Void Sentry or anything before that. And also, if we're going with the whole devil fruits and them essentially having like wills or the desires of people from the past, I wouldn't be surprised if Rox had this devil fruit. I know people already had this theory before, but he had the yummy yummy no me before, and the whole extraction process. What if he probably like, I don't know, spoke to him somehow, and that's how he obviously has his isn't his boat named after Rox? Or ship,
something
that,
like that.
I don't know.
Something Zebek. Yeah.
Yeah.
But while you were saying that, what if his original devil fruit power was like the no sleep, almost like the unsleep devil fruit?
I think it's just his race.
Okay.
I wonder if we will see
That's
somebody
what
else
it is.
race.
The Saber of Zebek.
Okay, yeah. I can't wait till we get to Blackbeard stuff to see his whole. We're gonna see his entire upbringing. All the, like, it's gonna be crazy.
His entire everything.
Yep.
Finally get it.
Wild. His ambitions, everything.
As of right now, who do you now see as the final villains
Blackbeard.
or adversaries for Luffy to go after? Is Luffy going to go after the Gorosei and Emu and the God Knights? Is he going to focus on Blackbeard?
I think it's going to be Blackbeard.
It's going to be a little bit of both.
Who's
but I feel
after?
like the revolutionaries are going to be the ones to finally fight Emu.
Yep.
And we may or may not have some admirals on our sides.
Yep.
And they will be on our side, but not like on the pirate side. They'll just be against Emu and like the structure of the group.
I see a Kainu and Dragon versus Emu. I see that. I really see that because they're both the top of their respective factions, and Emu is the top of the world.
Fujitora versus the Horsemen of Death.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Exactly. And then the Holy Knights, I'm sure they'll probably go against like Sword and something else, since they're basically like the same or like the opposite of them, faction wise. I'm sure they'll be stronger than them, so we just gotta see some.
You know,
some
as funny
as
funny as it is, the other Gorosei not really having a lot of combat ability. It's really funny that the swordsman is the one out there doing everything.
Right,
because he would still be training with his sword every day, just because it's more of a routine in a lifestyle.
Like, he just like dropped the sword.
I'm not gonna. I think a lot of people we thought, oh yeah, he must be nasty. He the one that has a sword with him all the time. He looks battle ready and tested.
The other guy's got a cane. Like, let's be serious here.
And plus, he's the only one that's like not wearing a suit and tie. I think, yeah,
because he's wearing a key, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he means business. And he got fucking Garling, old ass.
Good old Moonbeard.
I'm starting to think now, especially since they brought it up in this stream, that the ancient weapons are going to be used before the final battle.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What do you think? What's the last one? Uranus?
I think it's a ship, right? Or
Pluton's the ship, I think.
Pluton's the ship.
And Shirahoshi, and then
I think honestly then if that's a ship, if Shirahoshi is a person, I did not put that in quotation marks. I feel like Uranus has to be a devil fruit. That or maybe the devil fruit tree.
Something reminds me of Undead with the artifacts, the three ancient ones, her treasures, sacred treasures.
That's probably where he got it from.
Probably. A lot of theorizing. And your next stream tomorrow, the convo might be it might be very long.
Oh man! Like,
I just know it's some Joy Boy stuff, so I can't wait.
Man,
I was reading the first chapter for tomorrow, and I was thinking to myself, we had to wait a week after reading that. Twitchy having to wait one day wouldn't kill him. But no, it's probably better you stopped where you did.
Let's see. Yeah, this one was pretty much a more battle heavy one.
It's just there's so many implications for this stream though, of where we can go, what they're actually doing, like what's his message that Dr. Vegapunk wants to get out to the world.
Oh,
like, yeah, what does he already know?
What is his message? Just to throw any theory out.
I don't think it's related to devil fruits because
he kind of already checked that off with his own theory.
Yeah, he kind of checked that off with his own theory. I don't think he would tell the world about his theory. He's not me. In terms of, it could either be something with Uranus, because I'm sure that he's researched a lot in his lifetime. It could be related to the lost people or the void century. Or alternatively, it could also be related to Nika. So I think I speculated in this stream that Luffy somewhat has a buff or a slight power up as it relates to people believing in him. And when I was rewatching the Gear 5 stuff, everyone was still so on board with the idea that he cannot lose. They were infatuated with the idea of Luffy. Not to say they didn't care for him as a person, of course, but more so he represents an ideal. And that ideal is what truly sets people free, is that you can take off the shackles yourself. You can rise up from your oppression. And Luffy embodying freedom at the end of the day, everyone can believe in freedom, no matter at what point in your life that you are, even if you are in the worst possible situation like these slaves were. Like, there is still hope at the end of the day. All it takes is one person. And this is getting a little bit sappy, but long story short, what I want to say is I feel like getting Nika's existence out to the world, because that was what Garcia was talking to Broggy and Dory about, is that you call him Luffy for now. You call him a friend. God forbid if you start calling him Nika. If the world starts calling him Nika on his bounty poster, his bounty posters is Gear 5 form. So if that's what the world knows of him, as a sun god, as the freer of the people, as if he already wasn't doing that for the people that actually know him, they would be like, oh, hell no. That's like, we got to get rid of this kid now. They knew from the moment that the devil fruit was stolen off of that ship from Who's Who that they had a problem.
Gavin, I 100% agree with you. That's what I've been saying for a long time. I 1000% see Blackbeard sneaking up on Emu and tagging him out. That's just what Blackbeard does. He did it in Marineford, essentially. Just came out of nowhere after the whole war, pretty much. And yeah.
Was it outright confirmed that the person Emu decided to go after was Vivi, or was that just sort of the implication? Was it explicitly stated that he was going after her? Because remember, he had Luffy's poster, he had her poster, and he had Blackbeard's poster.
Yeah. So a part of that, so this was one of my theories I had at one point. about. I was thinking that maybe she's Uranus, but I wasn't sure if Oda would do it with two people. So with Shirahoshi and her having like So, but I mean, her hair is blue, you know. And we're learning a lot more about her and Lily from the past when we learned about that in Emu, and she's a descendant. So I was thinking, based off what you just said there, it would kind of make sense if she was a target because of that. Because why else would she be a target? She doesn't have a devil fruit. Like, what else would she be a target for? You know,
I think it's because of her heritage. Like, what
That's
could that mean is if she comes from celestial blood and she's, and I hate this phrase, one of the good ones.
It could be a petty thing too. Like, yo, you're literally
the last stain on our race.
I can't wait till we learn more about that stuff. Because like Emu literally was a part of the 20 kingdoms. I keep asking the question, how the hell, what did you do to become like the king, the god of the world, essentially? Did you make a deal with the
number
devil?
Of things.
What did you do? Did you do some kind of forbidden ritual? I mean, we see these dark ass pentagrams that the Gorosei has. So like, what did you do? And why did people pretty much get behind with that? Like, why did the other kingdoms, did they comply, or did you do something to them to make them do that? Like, what happened after that?
I'm gonna say something, and this is gonna sound like some undead unluck type of craziness. What if Emu gave up humanity's time for 100 years to the devil? So the Void Century was people just living for 100 years. They could not move. All they could do is think. Just 100 years, kind of like a la Dr. Stone, of just nothing. Nothing happened. It was void.
Definitely have that undead unluck brain rot, as the kids
Too crazy. Sorry.
No, I like it.
Could be. There's a lot of theories, like from Egg. That's why Egghead, like I said, I think I could call it my favorite post time skip One Piece arc, because there's so much conversations and theories, discourse in general that comes out of this, and you still got 10 chapters left, right? And there's a lot more conversations that can be made.
That's so cool.
Like a lot. I mean, a lot more. Some stuff that we've already been talking about, and things that we haven't even talked about, nor people even thought about.
You are definitely going to need like double the water that you had today.
Oh God!
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm running out. I'm gonna have to make a store run before tomorrow.
It's a lot of goodness. For good.
I'm gonna say this: I have not done this many live streams back to back, soon to be back, and man, I got a sore throat. Pause. Because reading for 3 hours straight, talking for 3 hours straight, takes a lot out of you. At least with our Undead Unluck streams, I could like take a chapter off.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was thinking about earlier. I was like, damn. Straight through. Pawnee, Saturn. Do you think that the Gorosei has like well, we already seen it from the Centaur. Do you think they have like different quote unquote phases?
They got it, right?
I think so. I definitely see like a humanoid form. Because I'd say that they're closer to a Zoan type. Even though I don't think it's really a devil fruit. But I think Zoans are like close to them.
I mean, that can go back to what Sherm was saying in terms of these. The mimicking, like the devil fruits were made off of the idea of what these devils actually are. And was he the only one that had the horns?
Who?
Garcia? Because I don't think the other ones had like the demon forms, the demon horns, right?
So the horns are because the Gyoke or the Ushigozen is like an ox fused with a spider for the yokai. So that's more of just the monster design itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it had like some Kaido implications.
I think there was something with Saturn's eyes. You notice how it intensified. It was more bold after a certain point.
Yep.
I was thinking it kind of reminded me of I guess Luffy, Kaido, even I think Lucci too, where they're awakened.
Yeah, it's kind of like a feral aspect of their being.
Yeah.
There's so many questions for this. So you could jot down 70, not even 70, 180 questions with this damn series, man.
Yeah, Egghead changes so much, so many new theories, so many things introduced. It's not even.
And honestly, I don't feel like it's recency bias. I feel like this is genuinely peak One Piece.
It really is. No. And a lot of people agree too. I'm glad.
This is the closest to pre-time skip that we have had.
And I don't think it's my favorite post-time skip yet, but it is catching ground so much on Whole Cake.
Huh. I didn't know Whole Cake was your favorite.
I would say Whole Cake or Dressrosa. I kind of go back and forth, but I just love the Sanji bit, although it took forever to get to, finally made me not hate to see him on screen. Right. And if you can do that, power to you, man.
It was only temporary for me, you know.
It's the whole Shen situation.
Yeah, it was okay. And
I don't know if you watched our recent Undead stream, Sherm, but Shen has had such a fall off. We're going on a tangent, so this will be ending soon. But underutilized.
As we talked about before, Shen isn't going to have a glow up until Fang. It's.
But I don't want to wait.
When that happens, Shen will be even better than this Fang.
For sure. But it's just he doesn't even have dialogue. We just see him off the side of the panel with Mui just sitting somewhere. We don't ever hear anything from him. And that's somebody that I want to hear from.
It hurts.
He's dope personality.
It hurts. It hurts me, but at the same time, Fang has been super fun. So
for sure. But I don't like that. I kind of don't like that because Shen was my boy too, and then now Fang is my boy, and I kind of wanted it to either be both of them or just Shen.
I get you. My bro recently caught up, and he was about to start the tournament in 101, and he was telling me he was waiting up to see how much Shen has improved because Shen's his favorite, and I didn't say anything, but I'm just like,
Tomorrow's stream, that's gonna be one of them ones.
Man, I already ugly cried for Kuma's backstory. I don't need anything else to just blow my mind. I gotta go to work the following day.
Will be blown in different ways.
And I gotta admit, guys, I've not been spoiled on anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. I'm shocked
anything
that
of
you were not.
importance.
I'm shocked that you weren't spoiled on the 5 Elder designs.
I think I saw some cloudy stuff, and I was just let me just blur my eyes. So I definitely think I saw it online, but I don't think I ever looked at it.
Not gonna lie, the reason why you probably didn't get spoiled is because a lot of One Piece fans nowadays are more into the agenda piece. So you only will see shit when they do that. But when it comes to stuff that we're going to learn, so informational stuff, this next 10 chapters, you probably won't see people talking about it. Only the ones who really, really are involved into the story.
Honestly, I was not spoiled on Kuma being Bonnie's dad. I was spoiled on her age and the Gear 5 stuff next week. Tomorrow. Jesus Christ. And I knew that the Gorosei had another form, but I didn't know what it was. And the fact that we get some Joy Boy stuff tomorrow. But honestly, that is it.
That's crazy that they all pulled up. My prediction for this was I was thinking that Saturn, like none the other Gorosei wouldn't pull up, and by the end of this arc, Saturn would end up getting like killed or whatever, and then the Gorosei would obviously get the information, but oh shit. But obviously they pulled up, so it didn't go that way.
Oh, they ain't dying now.
Them boys, they gotta lock in next time because, like, I'm not saying that they're doing a bad job, but you can tell they're rusty or something.
They seem to be like either pulling their punches or they're just not as combat savvy as they used to be.
Yeah.
For sure. But
Final War, they're gonna. Oh man.
Final War, baby.
So many characters, and Oda even said before that the Final War will make Marineford look like it's absolutely nothing. I'm like, what? Really? Okay. Let's see.
Final point I'll make. I just love how he's connecting back all these various arcs, all these various characters, all these various plot lines, seemingly effortlessly. Because that was one of my favorite parts about Sabaody is that we got a look-in live at all the characters that we encountered up until that point. That's how big of a deal Ace's execution was. And this is on an even grander scale.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, you will see. Oh, yes. But it's the same kind of thing, just 10 times.
So I just don't have to be spoiled for another 21 hours.
Imagine you do it. That'd be crazy.
No, stop.
I'm gonna send you.
I might have to actually uninstall Twitter for the next 21 hours.
You somehow get spoiled for literally the first chapter of the next stream.
I cannot. Don't put
crazy.
that bad juju out there.
I would be furious. I would be so mad.
But yeah, perfect time to catch up. Definitely.
So you said you think Egghead's just about over now?
Yeah, we're in the wrap up part.
Okay.
It's older, you know. Wrap up can literally mean like 10 chapters, but we're at that level.
I think he's kind of. I mean, I hope. I don't know the next arc after Egghead, like what that's going to look like, but if he can keep up the same. Well, not. I don't know what it is, but I don't know how it's going to play out. I should say.
That's true.
Because
how would that play out?
Elbaf by itself, I feel like it has to be even longer than Egghead.
Think so? I don't know.
I don't feel like we gotta have a battle, right?
Yes, but like who?
Yeah, I feel like
it might be the Shanks versus Luffy battle.
And where's Loki?
No, because Shanks was leaving Elbaf, right? He was leaving Elbaf when he fought Kid. So. We don't know where.
I thought he was. Oh, okay.
And,
I mean, I thought he was staying there for a little bit, but
no, because he was telling his crew, "I've stayed here too long, and look who showed up." So now, after beating Kid, he may have stayed because they took care of the problem. But it was my understanding he was gone.
I see. Okay.
And also Loki, the prince of Elbaf. I guess we'll meet him.
That turned down. Was it Lola?
Yeah.
Or Lola turned him down?
Yeah. That's gonna be interesting. And he also had like a weird looking silhouette, so I'm thinking back to like Kaido and Big Mom's silhouette. So he'd probably look entirely different than what Oda showed.
Hey, that silhouette, no me.
Who would we fight? I really don't know who we would fight there, because there would have to be. I mean, it's the fucking Giants. Like the Giants are the Warriors of the series. Like very much so.
I think I think we could see potentially.
Holy Knights.
Well, no. I think if
Like one or two.
because everyone is after one last poneglyph, right? If that's on Elbaf,
Man marked by fire.
If that's on Elbaf, I could see Luffy and Blackbeard having their first battle. I
thought of that when we were asking about adversaries, but I don't know. Would I want
coming to a draw? I don't know.
Would I want two battles in the final saga between Luffy and Blackbeard? Probably not.
I would love to see a battle versus Blackbeard where the Straw Hats have to escape and Usopp turns into the brave warrior of the sea and dies for them to escape, like using an empathodile against like the island against the island guy taking a hit with an empathodile. Like, because we haven't seen those dials in a while.
Have you been holding on to that for like 15 years?
It sounds like
yes.
I
love it.
Fire.
That would make me care for Usopp again. Like that,
which is ironic because then he'd be dead.
Yes, but it's like I think that would just be so poetic with his story. He gets the giants. He commands the giants. He lets his crew leave safely. Like, he proves he's a brave warrior. And then the greatest lie he ever told was telling Kaya he would come back home safe. Like,
damn,
it could work. It could work.
Think about Yasopp too. Like, he can't even get to meet his son again.
Dang,
you fucked up, boy.
Right.
You fucked up. You didn't get. You left him, and now you can't meet him anymore. And Chopper's just gonna tell him stories about him, and that's what he said.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I would love for that to happen, but I also know that's not the story Oda's gonna tell.
You never know. You never know. I feel like he's moving a little different now as of recent.
I don't know. I don't see a Straw Hat getting killed besides Luffy.
I would love for Oda to surprise me, but I kind of feel like the only Straw Hat dream that can be achieved with death is Usopp's.
Technically, yeah. Also, one last thing.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking that, well, since Kid was looking for the man marked by flames, I was thinking that he would be around Elbaf, because, I mean, if he was in that area, either that island or the next one or something around that area, so we could end up seeing him in Elbaf.
Do you think the man marked by flames is a member of Rock's crew?
I really have no idea. I was thinking he would be somebody older, so probably he could be, because there's other Rock's members that we heard about, like 3 different names that we haven't seen from.
Mm-hmm.
We got an update from one of them.
I'm gonna say something.
And the other 2 we don't know.
What if that man is Rock's?
That'd be hilarious.
I ain't gonna lie, I've low-key had like a theory of him being alive, but I wasn't too sure about it.
So
really,
God Valley incident.
Like what?
Like, I feel like the reason why we weren't shown the rest of it is because Garp is going to encounter Rocks again after Roger has already passed on. He's much older. He now has a grandson and a protege.
Oh no.
And the man marked by flames, like Galaxy Impact, isn't it like Supernova? Like, I didn't watch it, but did it have some fire aspects to it or no?
Nah, it was mostly just hockey.
Yeah, it's just. So, I mean, in the manga, it is straight, literal air force and hockey.
I was just thinking maybe that he could have got burned by hockey, maybe.
I mean, we've never seen hockey burn anyone, but there's nothing saying it couldn't.
I can lie, that Rock's thing could be a thing, especially if Blackbeard has some kind of like, similar to like a Obito Madara, not exactly the same, but something like that. And since, we know Garp is down and out with the Blackbeard Pirates or in that area, that could
the reason why I went on this whole rabbit hole journey is because I kept thinking, what else was on God Valley? It couldn't have been just the slaves. It couldn't have been just those 2 fruits. Because my interpretation of that statement by Ivankov is that the fruits were brought here as a prize. They weren't just, pre-existing on the island. So I started to think, why would Rock's crew want to go to God Valley? I think it's because the last poneglyph was there. And I feel like if you then have to keep this poneglyph with you because you're marked by flames, like you cannot, I don't know, maybe the road poneglyph being red, maybe that has some significance of being marked by flames. I'm just trying to connect some pieces in the dark, but I just kept thinking, okay, well, if there's a poneglyph on God Valley, that would also double as a reason to why they could destroy the island after the slave hunting.
I do find it interesting that the island got destroyed, so I'm assuming, but like, so everybody like dipped out and left, and then I'm assuming Emu did the shit like they did with Lucia.
Or like, the battle, the battle itself, like
caused the
battle itself caused the island to explode because
goddamn.
Because I mean, think about a galaxy impact from Prime God.
I literally have a picture of everybody. Let me send you right now. With those 10 people being there, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, like they were all there fighting with their own motives, doing their own things. Because Garp was only there for one reason alone, and that was to fight Roger. Like, so it's I don't see the island surviving.
Bro said, Roger there? All right, I'm gonna pull up too. Like, what are you doing, dog?
Say less.
That was so funny.
Say he was
just chilling, relaxing. No, I'm not going to go and bodyguard people, but Roger's going to be there on my way.
Like, look, I'm sitting on Twitter. Like, look at this. Look at the people there. And that's not even all the people. There's more, on crews and shit. Like, look at
that. Prime Lin.
They were just like, what the hell? But Rocks look crazy as hell, though, man. He looks wild.
Do you feel like he's maybe the same race of people as Blackbeard?
Probably. I just, man, I can't wait till we learn more about him because I want to know what Emu thinks. Like, oh shit, yeah, that guy, yeah, he probably is a huge threat to me. Because he seemed like he was even more ambitious than like Roger. Like didn't it say like Garp and Roger fought him, or at least they teamed up to fight them and their crew, and it's like he seemed very gung ho, like I said, with how Luffy is, because we didn't even see him when we seen a little glimpse of God Valley and Kuma's flashback. He was already just out there, ready to battle. But, oh boy! But, all right, long stream. Tomorrow's will be longer, so.
Oh my god! I'm not ready. I just gotta make it another 21 hours without being spoiled.
You got this.
I can do it. I got this.
You got this.
All right, guys. So thank you two, so much for joining. Thank you to everyone who has watched or has tuned in just for a second. Trying to get my feet wet again with this whole One Piece or just streaming in general on my own channel. The reason why I say that is because Vontae and I have a dual reaction channel, Mugen Eclipse. We're reacting to Undead Unluck every Sunday. My Hero Academia, which I still have to edit in the next couple days, the anime, and lots more stuff as it relates to the fall season. So once I catch up on One Piece, I will be reading the Kaiju number 8 manga. And then once I catch up with that, it is time finally for JJK season 2. So that is the next thing on or in the pipeline for me on this channel. And then I'll probably be getting back to Dr. Stone and possibly Oshinoko, because that first episode of Oshinoko was horrific. In a good way. In a good way. Anything else you guys want to say before we head out?
Yeah. Well, Gavin said, yep, the One Piece remake from Wood Studio, there will be some news for that and One Piece live action. So I think later this week. So that should be fun. Probably send that in the Discord and stuff. Yep.
Nice.
But that's it for me.
All right, Sherm, anything else?
No, I'm good. Just happy to be here.
All right. So again, thank you to you two. Thank you to everyone who watched. And again, I don't have an outro, so goodbye.